Alright, everything's looking good to go. Welcome on in, everyone, to the second stream for our Volkmar campaign. Welcome on in. I'm going to just give it a bit longer, allow folks to show on up and funnel on in, and we can get this thing going. We have kicked in the SFO mod, so we've layered that over the top. I've made sure that everything is stable at the moment, so it appears that we are able to kind of pick things up where we left off just on the SFO mod, no problem. So we'll just wait a bit longer here, and then we'll kick things off nice and proper. Alright then, so the SFO mod adds a whole heap of changes to the overall campaign, more than I can really list here realistically. So it overhauls the basically just campaign mechanics, gives you new units, changes how some of the units look, gives you a whole bunch of new stats, and skills as such as well. Bunch of extra abilities for all our units here. So we've got the Imperial Allegiance now for most of our units. We will have extra leadership and melee defense as long as our leadership is higher than broken, and we are losing in melee combat. All sorts of new items there. We've got some divine power to drop the miscast chance. A couple of the other lads here are going to have some extra abilities they would not have otherwise, but all of our units will have that extra melee defense and leadership as long as their leadership is higher than broken and they are losing their melee conflict. We do have Skarbrand coming on over, and that's going to be a pretty dangerous issue going on there. Welcome on in, everyone. See, we've got some guys funneling on in now. So this is with SFO, if you haven't heard previously. So we've got the new, or I guess the overhaul mod layered on top of what we had previously conquered. We'll add a whole bunch of new units in, and actually change up how some of these books of Nagash are going to actually provide us units. They give us some new ones, some pistoliers. I think the Hawkland long rifles were already in the game, but we also get all sorts of others, such as the stubborn bulls up there, which are Empire Knights with great swords, and then even the Imperial Foot Reichsguard, and the Null Ironsides, which are some heavily armored handgunners. Stowaways. Welcome on in, Stowaways. Appreciate that, RJ. We've got some new names for some of our lads, too. We've got Kevin, Chosen of Sigmar, for our Warrior Priest. Got Kronk Wissen up here in the north. And then Balthazar Dietzen, spelled in a different way to the Golden Boy. Fair enough. Sneaky mode activated. It'll tell no one. We already know they're heretics anyway. Plan for the start of this this episode here, I guess we'll call it, the stream, is we're going to go ahead and try to break the Beastmen that are running around in our territory and move up to deal with Skarbrand, obviously. He's going to be a big old issue. All sorts of new or different abilities that they had previously. Is he on top of his drive around chariot? Looks like he is. Totem of this bloodletting. Quite fun here. Well, fighting Skarbrand is never fun, but I'm excited to get into this. We're sending Kronk on up north to meet some new allies. Try to get in touch with the Bretonnians. We're going to try to keep them alive. I don't know how well we're going to be able to achieve this, but we'll do what we can. They have Martek claimed. It does look like the dwarves that are normally in the mountains here have been pretty well beaten back. Let's grab Kevin then, get him moving on over towards Volkmar's army. We're definitely going to get him added on in. We need all of the extra warrior priests. I will have Balthazar come on over and put an extra stance there. The trenches, ammunition, missile strength, missile resistance, and then as long as we're garrisoned, we get more experience gain and less upkeep. That's pretty solid. Let's go into a march stance though and get over to Kimry. At least provide a bit more of a defense for Skarbrand who's coming on over. The lads do need to keep replenishing, and that's going to be a very nasty fight regardless. We'll have our first battle here against these Beastmen. They have two Cygors, so that's going to be by far the most dangerous units. Our archers and pistols can bring down the Minotaurs pretty quickly, low armor and very large units. They die in droves.
Blessings of Sigmar upon you.
We also want to get into the City of Bronze over here at Causabar pretty quickly. Besides that, we'll just mop up with Skarbrand, find a way to break King Oftos once we have a little bit more on our overall soldiers. Once we have 2 armies that have a good bit of missiles, we can probably bring down these troops no problem. And then we push through and claim the first book of Nagash here. I think it's actually the 4th book, but it's the first closest to us. So it'll drop enemy hero success chance and then give us some more replenishment rate, which will be good for our overall expansion and conquests. Well, but we did make contact with the Knights of Rigo, so let's see if we can get some deals with them.
There is much to discuss, I
Or this
assume.
is Leonis. This isn't even a Rigo.
Proposals?
Works for me. Give me some gold there, Raponce. Thank you.
I will at once.
Quite fervent there you are about it. We appreciate it. And now let's go ahead and get rid of these beasts.
Ready.
Ready. So I don't know exactly what all is added on a lot of these units here. These guys, of course, have Wayfarer with a Volkmar skills, and actually Volkmar here will be discovering a lot of the SFO changes together. I did read through really quickly there, but it's so many changes, it's hard to get through them all. We do have extra tiers to the Blessed Holy War tier, Tools of Absolution, and the War Eternal, so we get it pretty much double of all of the capabilities of those stats. Extra capacity for Warrior Priests and Witch Hunters. And then the Tools of Absolution giving us 5 extra armor piercing for the entire army and dropping that attrition by 20% instead of just 10. Pretty solid for keeping the march up all the time.
Volkmar the Grim.
Alright, let's get to this first battle then. I don't know that there's anything else that we really need to go over. We just need to gain the gold for the City of Bronze, and now that we can actually slot that in, we just get into this battle here. Come here, you. Anyone else at war with these beasts yet? Sadly, no, so we can't play the part of Mercenary just yet. Mercenary Volkmar,
The instrument
not
of
activated.
Sigmar's will.
Yeah, we declare war on these fools and we can hunt them down. We'll use the Springs of Eternal Life soldiers as shields. Don't you guys worry about what that means. And we'll charge on in here and bring them down. Because these Cygor, like as previously said, are going to be a big ol' issue. Frickin' boulders the size of cars always hurts. Bigger per second for people in range. Interesting. Soul Leader. Luckily, we don't have any mages in our army. A little bit of resistances on them. They're not going to be easy to bring down, but if we use the settlement garrison as a bit of a distraction, we should be able to do this without taking too many casualties on Volkmar's side. We'll soon see, though. Never quite goes to plan. Never when fighting the Beastmen. I actually haven't tried any multiplayer campaigns, so I mean, I'd be open to it at some point here. I bet it'd be a good bit of fun myself. What factions would you want to focus on for a multiplayer campaign? Alright then, up here on this very high plateau. Let's set up, so the reinforcements are coming in behind them. Not a lot of opportunity to use them as a shield then. Let's grab this pretty decent formation, pull it off to the side here. Pull it back. So we're not getting shot at by those Cygor off the bat. I think they can throw those rocks quite a long ways. But we can keep them away from us if we're lucky there. Let's pull these 2 back. You guys as well don't need to be quite as far forward. In fact, we can kind of hide them in the trees over here. Almost. There we go. We'll probably just put them in behind. I'd like to hide all of my sneakies. There we go. Free company and the archers and such. All as one group. We'll grab these guys and put them in behind. So I can have them all in a row, nice and orderly like. Our infantry, cavalry, and then the boys. I think I want you with the archers though. Make sure you're in guard mode. Do business. Dwarves. Dwarves and I are just not. We don't get along, but I'd happily find a faction that would complement the Dawi. Orgrim is up by most of the mainline Empire factions, so it would work out. They do have a nice little reskin on a lot of the models for SFO as well, so smidge more detail on some of the units. I do wish we got a little bit of a different color besides the yellow. I'll probably say this every time, but got something a bit more ostentatious. Hatchlands are ready to go. Bunch of angry Beethovens. Ready to do this. Crossbowmen all armored up. I feel like they look a little bit more armored than usual. Alright. Chaos Dwarves. There you go. A multiplayer one as in PvP. Fair enough. Alright then, let's get this going. We can pull back a little bit further here. We'll do so without taking all of the... I just don't want to take you guys with me. We'll leave them all there. Pull everyone else back. Alright, grab all of them anyway. There we go. Pull everyone else back. They are going to stay back in the... kind of wait on our reinforcements themselves there. I think that'll be just fine. Little tan hounds. These things are, half hound, half piggy. They're horrifying. We got a minute. We probably do want to start pushing towards them. I just want to avoid getting hit with those giant rocks if we can help it. They have quite a lot of range. The Cygor do indeed lift as often as they can. Not grab the guys in the forest there, but push everyone else around. Looks like they are sending themselves forward. We are going to have to deal with them, so let's get the boys up front there and the pistols off to the side. Make sure you guys follow them. Now we're going to go break those Beastmen. Push the militia out to the side there. Rotate this group for those hounds coming in. I think we do need to send Volkmar or Friendly forward, who I have renamed to Freddy, or at least I'm going to be renaming Freddy. Freddy Von Dragon. The rocks are flying on in. Here comes the damage. Destroy these hounds. Let you guys charge into a melee if you can there. Chucking rocks at Volkmar. Let's give ourselves the extra... Ooh, that didn't work out. Pull them away. Excellent. That rock is missing. Alright, here come our reinforcements. Push them on across the line. Let's pull you guys back, because here come those Minotaur. Let's get the rest of the army here, except for the... mortars, push them on forward. Mortars to start blowing up the Ungor Raider. Kind of need you guys to help tear apart the individual Minotaurs there. Go ahead and accuse those Minotaurs of treason and being heretics. All of the above there. Charge these knights back around and start breaking the Ungor spears. You guys pull on back as well. Give yourself some extra damage resistance. Volkmar, give yourself a thing. Drop down the old banishment in the back line here. All of our archers need to work together on the Minotaurs. You push forward, use those guns. Get a bit of damage here. You guys that are reinforcing, let's get 3 of the crossbows focused on you. The other crossbows coming on around, and then the 1 mortar group. We'll just kind of split them up like that. Captain go down the center. Alright, our knights are having a little bit of trouble there. Let's pull them on away. Speed. Alright, we should be doing alright now. Bring these guys on back. Looks like the Free Company are having some real bad time against the Minotaurs there, which, fair enough. Giant rocks really hurt. Hold on away from that nonsense. And move up to try to break the individual units now. Bit of a disorganized battle, but it's our warm-up. Get him, Volkmar. Run this beast down. Just have our knights continue to crush the individual groups of Ungor Raider there.
For Helden
You get shots in on these spearmen here.
endures.
Our archer groups that are... Where are you guys at? Pulling away so you can actually stand and fire. It's like the Flock of Dooms causing some issues. Hate to see it.
We serve the Emperor.
Volkmar's running this more fool over. He's moving quick.
Sigmar speaks through me. Yes, sir.
Flagella's charging on this Ungor herd here. Should blend right through these goats pretty quickly. They have almost no melee defense now, though. I think before they had a bit more. Now it's 65 and 30. So they are all attack, nothing else. Alright, those beasts are being brought down. Perfect.
I am ready.
That works for me. They ran them over.
Attack!
Looks like we've got them.
To battle.
We will definitely have to be doing some hunting in a moment here, but
Stalin's revenge. Sigmar guides
works out. Hopefully they can't pull too far away that we're not able to actually catch up and finish them off here. You guys go ahead and switch targets.
by all
Do you accuse any of these dudes here to slow them down? Kind of. He has to actually catch them first.
battle ready.
Easier said than done.
Yes, sir.
Bring you guys out of melee and just kind of shoot them.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Bring them down the old-fashioned way. Out of melee and get those guns a-working.
Handgunners.
You would likely beat me playing as Thorgrim. Getting back to that conversation. I am terrible when it comes to multiplayer. I can beat down on the AI just fine, though. Oh yeah, there we go. Explode the friendly units. No, see, that's not what we want to do. Ah, there goes the beast.
Free company.
Just get free company into melee. Don't know they're going to be able to catch too many more of these guys here. We can bring down this Cygor, possibly. Oh, come on now. Chase down those Ungor spears. Pistoliers, come help out with the Cygor here. Just don't bring you into melee range. They will get annihilated. I think he's able to keep stepping on them, even though it is fleeing on away. Alright, then we'll go ahead and end the battle. We can team up. See, that would be world-breaking. Chaos Dwarves and normal dwarves teaming up. Unheard of. Blasphemy. The Comet burgers are back on the menu. Volkmar didn't get as many kills this time, but those knights out there slaying the Ungor herd, and I cannot wait because the SFO mod has several new cavalry we get to play around with. All more elite than our Empire Knights that are already at max tier gold chevrons. Legacy, almost. Alright, we'll take the win, and we shall never pardon these captives, even though it gives us a good deal of gold. Slay the beasts. We can hunt down the secondary group, too. Poor
Sigmar has
fools.
shown us the path.
He indeed has.
I will cleanse them.
On Rock, the Heart Gorger. Oh, hang on now. It wants to throw the Tattersouls off a cliff. How rude. Yeah, and instead of having a normal front line of the Fireglaves, you would just have a front line of organ guns. Organ guns and Dreadquakes. And then your Bull Centaurs to run over anyone that gets too close. It would be oppressive. Alright. Deserts are about to run red with Beast Blood. Where are you? You guys are deploying incredibly wide here. Okay, what we're going to do then is have our Pistoliers rush down this Cygor as fast as we can. Will most likely take a little bit of damage on the way in. But if we can kill it with those pistol rounds quickly, that would be way better than not. Turn these guys around, which would be, I guess, an obvious statement, but we can kill it quickly, it'll minimize the damage they're taking.
High priest.
Up a bit. Spread these guys out a bit more than they were.
Swordsman. Witch hunter.
Change our formation a bit there. You can kind of hide behind the hill ever so slightly. I don't want the Empire Knights being hit by the Cygor, so let's put them on this side to protect. And you guys can deploy a little bit wider than you were previously. Free Company have 360 missile shoot capabilities in this one. That, I thought I saw they were, but I figured it was just something they were doing by mistake. Nope, it's intended.
We're ready.
Hello, Flojo. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let's charge these Pistoliers on in here. To the death, Pistoliers.
In the name of Sigma.
Oh, Sigma. Oh, no, run. For Sigma, run.
Behold the light of Sigma.
Look at the Knights going around the outside there. Or I guess we'll have them hunting down the individual groups of hounds. Yeah, you charge right into these hounds. Show them the light. Get you guys starting to fire those arrows in. Get the swordsmen slashing. Push you on forward to try to bring down that Cygor faster there. You guys as well. Get on up there. Crossbows, you annihilate the Ungor Raiders. You go ahead and don't blow up our friendly units there. Minotaurs got in on the Knights. They should be able to blast into that group just fine. Flagellants charge on in. Volkmar has pretty much already killed everything in front of him. Right on through on the battle cart and go bring down these Ungor Raiders in the back line. Happy to accuse this group here, and our archers are too far. What are you guys doing? Bad archers. That's how you get slain in cold blood. Have these guys charge in. They do have that anti-infantry. Our Free Company doing some battle here. Slow-mo versus the poor. Give him a Spartan kick. Oh, that's what I eat. This dude doesn't even have a sword. He's just pretending. He's using the Force. Actually, most of these guys are pretending. Hang on now. None of these guys have blades. I don't even mind. It makes them extra badass. Punch him in the face. Yeah, they're just going for the brawling. They brought their pistols with them, but nothing else. Is that across all of the Free Company militia? Yeah, they've forgotten blades. We've got some extra poor Free Company militia this time. Oh, you're here in Germany? Cool, how's it going there, Common Sense? Got caught up in the game for a bit there. Hey, Jake. We'll keep it in slow-mo for a moment. Oh, we're gonna... Man, the Tattersouls got torn to shreds. Those guys throw themselves away in droves. Tomorrow's holiday. That sounds awesome. Tomorrow is not holiday here, but... wish you the best. It's going well. How things going for you all? I have been looking forward to this stream quite a bit here. For those joining up, we have added the SFO mod in on the campaign here. It can give us quite a bit more spicy units and a lot more fun for the campaign itself. We're just going to hunt down as many of these beasts as we can, even though we know they are going to go away at the end of the map here. I'll give everyone orders and we can catch back up in the chat. I am thrilled you all have joined.
In range! Take position!
They should be able to just run around and give people the pistol. You should probably turn around and not blow up our own units. That'd be great. Let's charge them all the way over. They can shoot at people as they pass, and that'll work out just fine.
Faith is my shield.
Get a Volkmar. Can I recruit state troops? You absolutely can. You just have to first grab the individual books of Nagash and purify them. So the different books of Nagash will give you the different state troops, and SFO will give us some new state troops that weren't previously in the game. Those Minotaurs are booking. They shall escape. You guys this way. I love the 360 arc on these guys on their new higher arc. That's incredible. Charge this your way here. We'll put you into melee. Yeah, Volkmar is one of my favorite of the Empire. Him and Balthazar. Balthazar's magic is just incredible. And Volkmar, simply because he rides around on the red battle wagon of death. And he's the most zealous fellow in the Empire. That's quite an interesting campaign now as well, with the addition of the Books of Nagash that he has to seal. Which is basically just a clone of the Tomb King's campaign mechanics, but I don't mind at all. It's a perfectly fine copy-paste. You get more zeal, which is your... Since you don't have to worry about becoming the Emperor as of Volkmar, you don't have to worry about the machinations as much. You just purify the Books of Nagash and get rewarded for doing so. Yep, you do get the Knights of More, yep. That's, I think, after purifying like 7 or so of the books, though. It's going to be a lot further in. Awesome. We'll take it. Auto Resolve tried to kill our Tattersouls, and I guess we did too. They have, I mean, they have more defense than the normal ones. They've got 50 melee attack and 10 defense on the normals. These guys have 60 and 30, so still they do their best to fall in combat, don't they? True, you are in the Thunderdome, but it also allows you to level the Volkmar up very quickly and get a pretty powerful fighting force, as long as you play a bit more defensively, which is something I struggle with quite a bit. We usually get overextended very fast. They got 6 kills there. I think it was all on our knights, which is less than ideal. We'll find some more somewhere out here. Alright, 84 lost in our fight on our side of the field there. Settlement Garrison didn't even have a chance to reinforce. We will go ahead and not pardon them again. Are we missing out on a lot of gold? Yes. But is it more thematic for Volkmar? Also yes. Slay them for Sigmar.
This is wise.
Alright, Volkmar, let's make sure you... and reinforce with Skarbrand. I'd rather not go into a march stance, though, because that'll put us in a pretty dangerous spot. You know what, though? We do need the extra numbers, so we'll march on over. Stick behind Kimmery there.
Guides my steps.
And we'll see what Skarbrand's up to. I assume now he's going to go after Numos, or one of the more easily attacked cities, but we'll see. Skarbrand is an absolute wild card when it comes to what his battle strategy is. It's usually just smash, so you can pretty easily tell, but with the AI, he does like to play like a Skaven on occasion. We'll have to find out.
At once, sir.
Any other kind of deals we can get up to. Before I started streaming, I signed trade agreements with Talabheim and Midland there.
My dynasty.
Nope, we don't make deals with the undead. We crush them.
King of Nehekara.
All right.
Out of my face there, Tomb King.
Sigma's
And no other kind of deals we can get up to. That's fine. Khorne doesn't want peace. Who would have thought? Yeah, as long as he leaves Kashamar alone. I hope so. He's probably going to charge right through and do that now that we've said it. Yeah, he does like to listen in quite a bit there. Fair. I don't know if the armies are going to be different, though, since we're playing on SFO. They'll probably be very similar.
These lands, from all lands.
Are you going to fight us now? He wants military access. No. We absolutely shall get some Knights of the Blazing Sun. I'm going to do my best to make Volkmar have a very Sigmarite-focused army, so if y'all can help me out with that, because I don't know fully what all of the units are basically Sigmarite devoted or which are not, so I know Volkmar does give us a good hint in his Grand Theogenist skill here. So we've got the Flagellants. We'll have our Knights of More, which are going to be pretty awesome there. Excuse me, I'd like to see some of these other units. Or not. Listen, game. Then we got the Army of Sigmar, which are actually going to be his unique units. They've got, these guys are the ones with 50 melee attack and 10 defense. They've got lots of weapon strength, all of it, not all of it, but a lot of it being a bonus versus infantry there, 10. Great glass cannon, and they're unbreakable. We'll also get some stubborn bulls. I think that's what everyone gets, as long as that's one of the state troop units there. Furlough's Revenge also gets buffed. We'll have the Sigmarite Disciples, which are battle hammer infantry, which are going to be pretty awesome there. Shield of Sigmar, so people around them are going to have extra physical resistance. Knights of the Everlasting Light, which blinding radiance, so dropping the melee attack on everyone. They're very shiny. And then your typical free company. Surprised we didn't get any skills after 2 battles there with the beast, but
What do you require?
clutches in the way. Looks like Skarbrand is going out into the swamps. Who else are you at war with? We can take a look. It doesn't seem like anyone that we can... he's going after the Knights of Origo. Well, if we can keep you busy doing other things, that would be great. Fighting him has one group here would also be pretty awesome, because we could break this Skarbrand army early. Finishing off the Exiles of Khorne before they can get built up is probably a really good idea. With the temples. Fair enough. Okay, so over in... I was taking a quick look at the buildings, so all of the Sigmar units are coming through the temples. That does make sense, then. We'll get the hammers next. Sounds good to me. They're disciplined, so if the Lord dies, they do not care. Or at least they care less. They care way less. Alright, I do believe we want the land estate here in Kasabar. And then the upgrade to the Springs of Eternal Life.
I live to serve
Would not
the
be a bad idea to instead go for some extra soldiers there with Balthazar's army.
I serve the
We'll have you hang out. I'll keep you garrisons so you actually cost a little bit less and give you some more experience.
Your word is my command.
Then we'll take a look and see what we can recruit on in. Huntsmen, do we need some more cavalry? I think we probably do. I'm going to take 2 turns to recruit, though. Which is interesting. I also notice we can get 6 greatswords, which is a wee bit strange. I didn't know I had the greatsword building in just yet. And they are actually capped, which is also interesting. SFO has the unit caps depending on how many of the barracks you have. Yeah, so 6 you get. And all of the military buildings will drop your growth by 10, so you'll want to keep that in mind. Alright, Balthazar. I think you've got plenty when it comes to archers. Let's give you some knights. It's going to take 2 turns, though. 1 unit of knights is more than enough, as we've seen with Volkmar. More is only better. Let's then have you...
I will cast out all evil.
Protector of the weak.
I could go into an ambush stance and try to lure Skarbrand over. I still don't think he's brave enough to fight Balthazar on his own, though. We'll try to do some sneaky business, though.
I see Sigmar's hand in this. So, Sigmar grant me
And over with
strength.
Volkmar, we'll get rid of one of these archer teams. Later.
Chosen
And replace
of
them
Sigmar.
with Kevin. Chosen of Sigmar.
Healing.
Welcome, Kevin. To get that hammer to work.
Volkmar the Grim.
Alright, we are once again out of gold and out of things to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at our factions we see nearby.
Honor before glory.
Welcome, Sir John. The Knights Hospitaller would
Bow
like
before the
to
rightful
trade.
lords of the realm, and I'll hear
He
your
wants all the way up to
demands.
an alliance, huh? They must be getting absolutely crushed. Fighting with the Top Knots, the Rakaf, Harbinger of Disaster, and the Exiles of Khorne. We'll try to keep you guys alive. I don't know if I want a military alliance, though. Can I get a bunch of gold out of you? That sounds good.
I accept.
Now they won't be able to fight back. Perfect.
Protector of the...
Yes.
That's fine. We need the gold more than you do. You know it. I am going to wait before recruiting some more of the heroes, because we have a skill with Volkmar, unless I am
Blessings
proven
of
wrong here very
Sigmar
shortly,
on you.
that allows us to get even more rank for Warrior Priests, +5 on the already +5 that we have. So over here, I think we have an increase to them. I was pretty sure we did. Listen, I'm pretty sure we do somewhere, but we're going to grab that one before we recruit anymore.
Here to serve.
A little bit more gold. I think I would love a secondary set of knights if we could afford it, but we cannot. So, we will not. We'll wait.
So,
Kronk moving up through the coast here.
pick up the pace.
What's going on over here? In the Assassin lands here. Okay, so they actually have 3 cities under their control.
Shall we?
Okay, Rapunz isn't doing bad. But where are the Knights of Arrigo at? Are they over here on the Sorcerer's Isles, about to be wiped out? We'll do what we can to keep our Bretonnian allies alive, but they do what they can to fall on their own. I didn't have one more in turn then. What are your all's favorite faction when playing on SFO? I have enjoyed quite a bit playing over on Cathay, but Cathay's secretly one of my favorite factions. I haven't actually jumped in and checked out the Chaos Dwarf changes, but they've got quite a few good ones. Blackwell has themselves a new Toad Priest.
The righteous hammer.
And Skarbrand is going to hang out over on the side and take some attrition. That works for me. Here's what we'll do.
Instrument of Sigmar's will.
I would like to trust Balthazar to stay here and hold off Skarbrand, and we're going to kind of go up and around. We will be trespassing on King Oftos, though. I don't know that this army will declare war on us randomly, and I think he can handle this force. Just a bunch of Tier 1 archers.
My dynasty
Spearmen.
reigns supreme.
We have the almost unending deluge of Skyfire. So what we'll do with Volkmar, love to secure this book fast. But also crippling Skarbrand is very useful. Going to be necessary too. He's trapped back in there, so let's go ahead and rush Gorgazon.
Setting forth.
He might be able to get out of there in March stance, but if he does, we'll just charge on over, attack him as such with both of these armies here. And break Skarbrand like that.
Awaiting orders.
Balthazar, you could probably use some extra soldiers then if we're about to do battle with Skarbrand. Let's give you a couple of free company militia. And then we can go for one of the ROR units if we really need them. Probably the Deathjacks, though. The Silver Bullets do have magical ammunition.
Grand Theogenist.
Volkmar, do we need some Silver Bullets in your army? I do believe we do. Take these guys here out, and we'll grab the Silver Bullets.
Volkmar the Grim.
Reichland has claimed Talabheim. We've lost our military access and our trade with them. Such is the way, and the inhabitants of our empire tire of the constant threat of war on the doorstep. They joined me down here with fervor. Why are they having second thoughts now? Bunch of cowards.
Yes, General.
Being recommended. What are all you being recommended? Then you've got an absolute pile of stuff that SFO is down on the list that far. Radius is pretty good as well. They add quite a bit more on the units than SFO does. I think SFO does more to change up the overall actual feel of the game. The magic is all very different, and a lot of the campaigns play at least a little bit different than their vanilla versions. Chris Wars Peace Hammer. I don't know what that is. What is that? Alright. Behold the twin-tailed comet. Twin-tailed comet arcs across the sky, a portent of great events. The Grand Theogenist has decreed this to be a good omen. Our warriors are elated as Sigmar looks upon them and gird themselves for war. Extra control and leadership. That is indeed excellent. Yeah, no, Skarbrand has got himself very exposed. We're going to go up and attack Gorgazon.
To battle!
You big fool. While you're away, we're going to destroy your empire. We could give this one auto-resolve, but that'd be boring. We have oh, and our Tattersouls would kill themselves. How unfortunate. Okay, well, the Chaos Warriors are cornered. Definitely going to be an issue. That's a lot of very heavily armored lads. We haven't fought anything this heavily armored just yet. Got that bonus versus infantry. We are going to want to make sure they are fighting either Sigmar or one of our throwaway units. Otherwise, they will blend right through them. Got a tiered Greater Flames of Rage. An explosion. Okay, well, take down the spawn before they get into combat at all costs is a go. Oh, I see. So it's like a uniting the Free Realms or whoever you would like. Okay, that is pretty cool. That makes sense. Basically just expands on the alliance system even further, so you don't actually have to have those alliances. Yeah, that's a pretty neat sounding mod. Let's go ahead and set up a gun line in the gully here. We're gonna grab all of our Free Company militia. Deploy them in a little bit of a different spot than normal. We'll have the Sterling's Revenge, I think, holding up here. Free Company, and then the Silver Bullets. And our other handguns holding the flanks. Push everyone back so I can actually get them in a better formation. There we go. Something like such. Make sure all my Free Company and my handguns are in a unit now that we have them deployed, and we'll have our last group of archers and our crossbows. Deploy behind. Mortars at a angle there for sure. Have the halberdiers on this side because that's going to be where one of the more dangerous units are going to come from. We'll have the swordsmen behind the gun line here. Tattersouls ready to charge in from the side. Renlay up front. Kevin the Chosen up front as well, and then Sigmar. Sigmar himself. Volkmar the Grim. Let's go ahead and then grab the Pistoliers, put them up with the Free Company on the side there, and then our cavalry ready to cause some problems. We'll throw the other unit of spears in behind these guys, so Tattersouls back. The spears can charge forward if we need them. Everyone grouped up in their different units there. We'll make sure these guys are on a skirmish so I don't get them killed as easily. Leave them in combat far too often. Also, there's a building now for all of the blessed units. For is it just the Lizardmen that get the blessed units, or is it other factions as well? I think it's. Well, in yours you get to build the building, but naturally is what I kind of talking there. Okay. That'll begin. Oh, they summoned in some boys right behind us. Pull back. Here come the Bloodletters. Not actually as concerned by this as normal, because they are spawning in a group of guys that can fire 360, and we have the Knights nearby, so that should be a group of Bloodletters we can bring down pretty quickly. Normally would be terrified of that, though. Renlay, come on up. Halberdiers as well, move on yourselves on forward. Come on out to the side here. Looks like we have the spawn in units of 1 instead of the units of, I believe, 12 they are in before. Alright. Furies descend from the skies, only to be cut down pretty quickly. I should have been bringing Sterling's Revenge back as we kind of marched up here. These guys up and around. Sterling's Revenge also kind of come around. Ooh, that boy is moving quick. Look at him, book. Alright, Sterling's Revenge, you keep running. The other spawn is into battle with our Witch Hunter, and our Witch Hunter is actually holding in just fine. We'll go ahead and accuse this poor fool here. We've got a deadly gun line. Volkmar, come on over and help. Drop a banishment in the middle of these poor guys. We don't even really need to bring anyone else forward. We'll have the warrior priest come on up and help out with this, though. These guys got caught. Run away. Oh, there's the explosion. That was incredible. You boys need to run. Stay nearby so we can keep those pistols a-working. Pull you on away from combat with the armored lads there. Start blasting this guy full of rounds. Speed up his reload animation there. Volkmar can hang in forever here. Knights come on around. Come help out with this cultist here. Everyone else is getting destroyed. Another unit of bloodletters. We'll just pull on away from that nonsense. No thanks. Get him some extra attack. Wait. Halberdiers are in now. They're doing a lot of damage. Just pull you on away from them. Let everyone else fire behind. Sheer amount of pistol shots hitting these guys. Oh, we thought you guys wanted to fight. Interesting. Wait, he's getting torn apart. Get you away from that. Poor Volkmar. Luckily, though, he does have the Jade Griffins. We can kind of have him just sitting there and replenishing. Do you believe it counts? Although at SFO, they do have it so that as long as the battle outcome is undecided, so we need to keep one of these guys alive. He should be able to keep healing. Who's still fighting, though? That's a kind of an interesting question. Oh, it's the Bloodletters. Sterling's Revenge, run! And no reason to chase them down. We want them to kind of stay alive as long as they can. We'll get more damage on Sterling's Revenge, but Volkmar will be able to regenerate. Oh, they're only available in cat. That does sound like a pretty powerful mod there. It is like the Allegiance system on Extreme. Turn to Extreme there. We'll go ahead in this battle. And them not benefiting from the red lines does hurt quite a bit. Just kind of incentivizes you to use the most elite units, though. Doesn't matter so much if the Dread Saurian doesn't benefit, it's still a Dread Saurian. Took a lot more damage than we wanted there. Those halberdiers got into his health real quick. We'll definitely have to keep that in mind going forward. Knew they would do damage, but that was even faster than expected. Alright, only 81 fall. We will go ahead and occupy this settlement here. Looting does nothing but hurt us in the long run. Skarbrand is able to kind of keep fixing his replenishment issues by just kind of going into a camp stance, but he has dropped into an active bloodletting, so he's lost growth in all of his provinces and melee attack for the entire army, so that'll be very useful for helping to bring him down. Hopefully he's irritated the Rakov dynasty enough where they'll just go ahead and do it for us. Overzealous speed. Speed, deceleration, and acceleration. Not bad. Than just the pure amount of rampage you get, or the charge bonus you get in the other version. Grab the farm here at Gorgazon, and I like to have the Iron Mine as well. Wolfkin, Swordsmen, Great Swords, and Knight units. See if you're playing with the Ulrich units, the Ulrichians.
True servant of Sigma.
Let's go ahead and continue to push Skarbrand back with both of these armies here, although we can kind of sit out front in Kimry. I'd kind of like to drop in, do a bit of sneakiness. We'll do a bit of an ambush.
I will do anything for Sigma.
Good to hear, and then we'll wait for Skarbrand to come on over. He may just go straight after Studenberg, though, so if he goes for that, we'll have to pivot our plans quite quickly. One more turn before Bagar is able to get in the tall walls that we need in order to activate said Ulrika here. Like to go for the town in the Plain of Tuskers. 42 turns on the growth. Well, okay. Definitely need the towns so we get some more growth. We've lost a lot of growth from the barracks and the Shrine of Sigmar buildings. We'll have to do some things to fix that. 42 turns is going to take a little bit way too long.
How should we proceed?
Bronk, let's keep you moving. Looks like we are losing. Everyone else is losing some ground against Archon's forces. He'll be definitely our next main raid boss we have to bring down. Could be no problem. We'll upgrade the Springs of Eternal Life here. We can get the better marble mines.
Now,
Yeah, perfect. Lots of trade.
friends of the Empire.
Friends of the Empire.
Very well.
Take your gold. Tribute for the Grand Theogenist. Famished, no, we will not be trading with you guys.
Yes, ready.
The Chevaliers. Chevalier. We will
Welcome.
definitely be trading with.
We receive you with the lady. I will at once.
Horn is scary in absolutely everything. Their garrisons, though, are usually like 3 units, so as long as you are very aggressive and you can overpower one of their lords, you can pretty easily wrap up the rest of their forces. You want to do so very quickly. Because as you mentioned, they are terrifying. Stay over there, buddy. Oh, he disappeared. That's never a good sign.
Mighty Sigmar has
But
granted
hello,
me
Drycha.
the power to see
You don't want to
untruth in
fight
the
me all the way down
words
here,
of
do you?
others.
Oh, she wants to trade. And she's actually trading with Sterland? Alright, good guy, Drycha. Fair enough. All the Knights of Arrigo have fallen. How sad. They were probably not long for this world. That's definitely what Skarbrand went and just did. Went and blew up Xandri. Well, that does mean he is no longer near us now, but he is upped his bloodletting. Okay. I think we can handle it. We'll probably rotate Balthazar up here towards Gorgazon and have Volkmar come on over and attack Agru Migdal here. Have to do so in camp stance, otherwise we take some attrition.
It is done.
Well, not too much attrition. We'll do it for a turn.
Sigmar watches over me.
What's your plan there, Kalash?
What? This is why.
Should be able to go to a camp stance here and actually move up and easily make it to Agru Migdal, so that'll be
I will cast out
a
all
bit more
evil.
safe for us there.
Champion of the faith.
Bring Balthazar kind of in between.
Ever onwards.
Still in ambush stance, but in between the two. Give him the death jacks if you really need something, but for now he's good. Increase our gold mine. And then in order to get the better units, we need the... You know what's kind of concerning there is this says tall walls. And before, when playing, this said tall walls as well, but now it says city watch. I'm concerned if this is going to not actually trigger the Slaughter on the Steps quest for the tall walls, since it has a different title. It may still be coded as tall walls, but we can only hope, right? We'll wait one more turn, then we'll grab the Gem Cutter's Workshop. And then I say we go for... The Weaving House gives you dies. That's cool. It does drop your overall text, overall control, though. Let's grab the fields for extra growth. Fix that up wherever we can. Studenberg is really hurting for growth with the military buildings it's rolling with. Here in Kimry, I would love to get some more farms. Maximize the growth as much as we can. I think instead we'll grab the blacksmith there. Or has it taken off the requirement for the blacksmith on these guys? It looks like it's actually taken the requirement off, so you don't actually have to have the blacksmith in order to recruit these units. That's great. Still does give us a recruitment cost reduction and more weapon strength when under siege. Besides that, I kind of would rather have either the common temple, which would only one religious building can be built in each settlement. Some may have access to more than just a single one. Interesting. Very interesting. We probably want walls here in Kimry. That'll be our next course of action there. The walls do decrease the amount of income you make by 10%. Now you'd have to be paying for the garrison. That does make sense.
Sir?
Okay, so you do need the capital walls before. Oh, okay. Well, before in previous, you could get them in either settlement, but that's fine. Glad to know it. Bring Kronk all the way around. We want to see what kind of army we're going to be facing here, if it's the same or if it has been changed even a little bit for Volkmar. I doubt it. She doesn't want non-aggression yet, but
Lord of
interesting that Drycha would want to trade so soon. Trade Empire, Volkmar. Alright, Skarbrand, what's your plan? If he wants to just go ahead and declare war on the Blackbeard of Nagash, that'd be great. Go clear out this army for me instead of being a bother. Alright, Volkmar is now a constructor. I need to say it like that. Try to run in and see if we can do some damage to Agrulman. Oh, we can't make it. How sad. Okay, well, then what we'll do is digging trenches would be good for extra missile strength, but I don't think we are immune to attrition. We take attrition then, so we'll go into encamp stance and just push forward. These slow march into enemy territory here. Tools of Judgment will give him some bonus versus large. Oh, we could just give him potions? Well, that's cool. Is a bound spell? Potion of Toughness gives you heals, melee defense, and physical resistance, and the Potion of Healing just gives you heals. 30% instead of 15%. I'm going to give him the Potion of Toughness then, whenever we're getting into another fight. But for now, we'll give him the Tools of Judgment for that bonus versus large. 15 bonus versus large is nothing to scoff at. I like the Opal Amulet just fine there, and can we grab any of other we can, extra control. Which will be the opposite case in enemy territory. They are very angry entertainers.
Of the weak.
Come on over here and protect the weak next to Kimry. We get +1 for the Order Knights. Out of these, is it the Knights of the Blazing Sun that are Sigmarite, or is it the Knights Panther that are Sigmarite? Panther doesn't sound very, Let's go for the City Watch. I don't know. You say we need to have the tall walls in at the town. Let's grab it at Kimry either way, just so we can better protect from Skarbrand. Being a bit more defensive before we increase our economy is probably going to be smart. Alright then, Balthazar, you hang out. We'll grab the extra units if we need them. As soon as Volkmar gets an extra skill point, we can grab the additional either Blessed Holy War or finally grab our Heretic Hunter here.
Orders.
Don't mind speeding forward a bit more, and then we will
Yes, General.
bring Kronk on over to be the spy.
Bring me to battle.
Oh, late's no problem. You haven't missed too much at all. We've been doing lots of posturing with Skarbrand here. He's been waddling on around and doing a bunch of nothing.
Highborn.
Okay, so Nicolander is rolling with, looks like, very similar army to what we had before. Temple Guards, Source Warriors, a very toolbox force here. Nothing to scoff at, though. Those are very elite units. Blazing Sun? Sounds good to me. Oh, we failed to spot our ambush. I mean, I cannot even tell you how tempted I am to auto-resolve this fight with Skarbrand. Let's grab the overzealous speed on old boy here so we can actually probably get away from Skarbrand. 80 speed, 58. Man, he's way slower, even on a horse. We do have our settlement garrison, so as long as we hold up and wait for them to come on over, we should be able to blanket Skarbrand and crossbow bolts. That's the plan. Oh, I guess we're ambushing. That changes things a little bit. Now we'd be incredibly aggressive and kind of try to blend up these bloodletters, and then the settlement garrison can reinforce afterwards, but if we wait, Skarbrand will just escape. Let's get to it. Yeah, but welcome on in there, just yes. What were you snacking on there that made you so late? What was your snack of choice? Oh, you're not wrong. Skarbrand is an absolute unit. We're going to try to avoid him at all costs here. Keep him bogged down in spearmen. Because as long as he's fighting units we don't care about, our other lads can hopefully survive. Definitely want to take the high ground. Really unfortunate they're just going to take them 2 whole minutes to deploy.
Cavalry ready.
Pistoliers I want off on the side here. Delicious homemade pizza. Pizza is the best. Homemade pizza is even better. Lady Wizard makes a baller homemade pizza. Okay, so I'm kind of tempted to... What do you boys think? We deploy over here on the dune side or set up... Either way, it's very open and they're going to have lots of opportunity to kind of get around and flank. I want our 2... Oh, they're going to call them pikemen instead of spearmen. Do they have different combat stats then? Actually more melee attack. So they're more of a offensive-based spear unit. That's not bad. Oh, we're going to layer them up and have them fight Skarbrand. Not going to be a fun time for them. So many bloodletters too.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
It's going to be a rough battle, I can't lie.
Our weapons are yours.
In fact, let's make sure the archers are the units that are going to be charged down first by Skarbrand's forces.
Weapons at the ready.
He doesn't quite have... Or do we actually have Grand Soulfire? Perfect.
Swordsman.
Help out quite a bit. Ears on the side here.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
We'll have the Free Company Militia who can shoot 360. Skarbrand's going to have a summon of bloodletters as well. Keep them inside to start here. We can rush them out afterwards, but just in case those bloodletters summon in behind our crossbowmen, we can hopefully rotate around to deal with it. I do want to make sure we deploy
Waiting orders.
a little ways away.
Ready to serve.
There's the Knights protecting the flank from his speedy units there. Alright, be quite the battle.
Ready for orders. At once.
Yeah, most of them aren't going home. You're probably right. Our front line's gonna have a really bad time. Alright, Balthazar. Your first test commences.
Very well.
I'm just gonna rush him over as fast as I can.
It is an honor.
Pistoliers push on forward. We're gonna actually grab the entire army. Do the same.
At your service.
Rotate a bit there.
By Gal Maraz.
Looks like the bats want to move forward. We'll push these guys back. Switch them to skirmish mode and guard mode so they fire even if they're caught up in melee.
Servant of Sigmar.
I wanted more of them to come on down and face us, but that's just not going to be the case.
Missiles at
All crossbows fire on that Blood Reaper. You pull on away. Yeah, the bats had to find, the Furies had to find a nice, juicy target. Go ahead and charge down these Warhounds here. Oh, those Furies hurt. Alright, they've caught our Pistoliers. Pull away from the fight there. Lots of Hounds. One over trying to beat down on this Blood Reaper here. Increase their overall melee potential there. You need to rotate this entire line. Skarbrand is trying to escape. He's out of here. He is not having it. Pull the Pistoliers through. Let the Spearmen kind of hold them off. Oh yeah, run. Maximum speed, run. One up the side here. Same thing with these Huntsmen. Get on up and start firing into those Chaos Warriors. Push the spears up. First group of swordsmen there got annihilated. Here come the Bloodletters. Knights moving through. You guys come on up and defend your knights. The guys got caught by the Hounds. I thought I pulled them through the line, but they're on skirmish mode, so that makes sense. A little bit of time before I can actually activate that. Charge on in and defend. Okay, so Skarbrand isn't leaving? I'm confused. No, he is. He's out of here. Knights come through. Our crossbows are getting torn up. Very glad he chose to run. Otherwise, we would have had a real bad time here. You guys started fire. Our reinforcements are here, thankfully, but they're all the way across the map. Oh man, this is an awful fight. Awful, awful. Yes, Khorne is going to be very upset with him. I'm not. This would have been a terrible fight otherwise. Can you fire point blank at those guys that are up in your face? This is about to be bad. These Hounds are just running roughshod over our troops. Alright, bows, turning fire. Hounds of Khorne, putting in some work. We just need these pistols to actually keep firing. You guys run away from those Bloodletters there. Alright, those three units working together, we're able to bring down a unit of Chaos Warriors there, no problem. This crossbow's armor is actually holding in for them just fine. They are dying in droves, but they're actually able to hold in. We're going to stop these Hounds from causing us all the problems here. These arrows will work. You guys need to pull away. Oh, they're terrified. I think they got completely surrounded there. What we are trying to do. Damage and try to pull you on away. Swordsmen get on through. Those Hounds are impressively kicking in forever. Alright, they're finally gone. Burn and break the rest of these Bloodletters here. Nasty battle, but Skarbrand did escape with most of his forces, unfortunately. Those Bloodletters get filled with arrows. Useless. That'll do. It wasn't the entire army, but it's a lot of it. And if he comes back in for a second battle here, we should be able to bring it down, no problem. I mean, a lot of our front line is very, very dead, but some of them get to go home. Look at that. It's because Skarbrand didn't come on over. But we'll take it. Let's get the rest of the missile troops turned around so they're not doing any kind of friendly fire nonsense. We can let the Pistoliers chase the guys down. Out of guard mode there, brothers. Except for the crossbows, we don't want to get friendly fire. And the mortars would have been amazing to bring on over, but they just had to wait 2 whole minutes before they showed up. If we didn't attack them, Skarbrand's forces would have escaped in total.
Heldenhammer! We are Sigmar's heirs!
No, I agree. Even with the big boy not even fighting, it was a rough fight. Sigmar will have more lads to replenish on up with. Don't you worry. There's 15 of those guys left. We'll go ahead and into there. He did lose almost everything. Only 2 units of Bloodletters coming on through, and then most of the Marauders turned and ran the second the battle started. Most of his demons are gone, and his Blood Reaper as well. What trick? The turn and run? Stay here, I'll go get help. Yeah, no, I'm always surprised by how much damage the Cornate versions of the Warhounds are able to do. They are glass cannons themselves. They do a lot of work. Flesh Hounds are going to be even worse. Skarbrand does retreat. We get a decisive victory. We'll go ahead and, even though pardoning in them is not what we'll do, 3,100 gold is too much to pass up. Dangerous as it is, we'll go ahead and hunt Skarbrand down. At least we'll do what we can.
I will scour.
Well, hello, King Hakor. Is it war?
Land.
It is war. If it's not peace, it's war. Such is the way. He wants Kimry. Not only does he declare war, he jumps into March stance to power through to try to go to attack Bagar. A very bold strategy that will most likely pay off. If not for the fact that we had our lords and such to actually go ahead and recruit in. We have a Grandmaster here. James Bairn. What does the Grandmaster do for us? He's a melee expert. Orders of the Empire, so we'll have a... He seems like he's more of a buffer than a battler, although he's got some pretty decent stats. 50 and 60 is not bad at all. Battle. He's more of a bannerman. Yeah, we've got 1 Archlector here. Let's grab a Grandmaster. Kill the heretics. That sounds exactly what we need. But he gets Warriors of Chaos and Norska. We aren't at the moment, but this is the most thematic army we can make. Albert Stromham. Kill the heretics. Minus 5% weapon strength for enemy armies in the regions. They have changed the defeat trait for Skarbrand. You get more weapon strength yourself, more charge bonus for the whole army, and then you drop enemy weapon strength, which is pretty awesome. Got ourselves the Dragon Helm, and we've unlocked the Zittler's Reichsguard. So soon?
To battle!
So soon. So let's take a look at this guy's skills then. That's an incredible looking model. Awesome. Well, these guys need to be in base game. Look at that plate armor. Shield. I need this shield for my wall. Maybe not saying honor and dignity. Purge the heretics, but, you know. They are for the certain orders of knights. Yes, this is SFO. We put in the vote, and you guys voted for switching this on over to SFO. So, here we are. And as you said, yes, he is for buffing the individual knights. Did not doubt you for a moment. We'll make him a Knights of the Blazing Sun captain here. Or what would Volkmar be rolling with more? Knights of More or Knights of the Blazing Sun? The Grandmasters look awesome. That's all I do know. Give him passive abilities that cause fear. What is that melee attack emblem there? Like a blue brain? Obviously, we can't get any of these skills yet, but looking at all of them is awesome. Oh, we got Reichsguard as well. And just the regular old Knights of the Empire. Interesting. Knights of the White, those guys look cool, and I can't even see them all the way. Awesome to see. Yeah. Give him an Obsidian Amulet and prepare him for battle. You can have a Rampager standard, and that'll be it. Sweet. So since you are a Captain of Knights, we'll need to make sure your retinue eventually is pretty much just 19 different knights and things that complement quite well. For now, though, we will give you some archers and set you on defense.
Your word is my command.
We can give him the Zintler's Reichsguard if we really wanted to push that to its absolute limit there. I think we'll go for Route Marcher. Start working down the blue line a little bit. I think our soldiers is probably going to be more useful than the blue line, but so we may just go for Route Marcher and start going down the red. He's got his Holy Decrees as well there, the Archlector. And these ones will probably go for the Unclean ones, which will increase our melee attack and ward save when fighting against Warriors, Demons, Norska, and Beastmen. And even the Chaos Dwarves, which are going to be a problem, so this one seems like they have the best buffs for us overall. Burn the heretics. Power of the Sun sounds fitting for purging heretics. Yeah, I agree. I would agree. So this puts us in a bit of an interesting situation here. We can attack Skarbrand, and then we may get into issues with this king as well. Neferkar also may choose to take the advantage of Balthazar being weakened. I think we go for it.
What orders?
Skarbrand might retreat, though. Let's see.
Faith shields us.
Oh, he does stick in to fight. Alright, he doesn't have any summons, it doesn't look like. So just extra weapon strength when attacking, and which he is on the defense, and he'll have the Horn of Horn as well. Most dangerous units definitely being these Chaos Warhounds. Vigorous, Strider, Mark of Horn. Yeah, they don't have that good of stats, but they were performing very well against our Knights even this last battle. Alright then, let's get in it. Alright, try-hard mode activated. Everyone's got an Achilles, Skarbrand. Even big, ugly hate monsters. So he's sticking into the back of his force there. Rather brave and elite lad. Lad set up. Swordsman. Archlector. I'm going to throw the spears in on the sides. Both sides there. Pikes up front. The weakened spears behind. We can have the archer teams up front. Have the weakened crossbows in the center there. Push back far enough where they can fire, but they won't get charged into first. Our other crossbows, and then the White Wolves. Want the White Wolves to be able to fire in once everyone else is already engaged. They are nice and sneaky. They won't be forever, though. Let's pull them over on this side where there's already only one unit of wolves. You can kill the Warhounds and move over pretty quickly. Pistoliers will be on this side. With the Knights ready to engage anything that comes on through. Free Company Militia, we'll put them in on the sides there. I still foresee us having a lot of casualties here, but we'll do what we can to minimize. Alright then. Being more defensive, yeah, we're not gonna be fully aggressive. We're definitely gonna push over towards him. Try to pull some of these other units out of position and fight them as they come on through. I'm gonna pull back a little bit here. Push these guys forward to be kind of a nuisance. We want to keep an eye on Skarbrand. Looks like they're going to try to do the same thing to us. Charge on in. We'll make sure they are in these two modes. Pull on away. Said pull on away. They're not listening because they're in skirmish mode. That was a mistake. You should be able to catch them, no problem. Charge those hounds down. You guys get around behind. Immediately start firing those pull away.
I do not fear death. With pleasure. With speed. At speed. Swordsman. Ready to serve.
Just keep them running alongside the knights.
Free company. We serve the Emperor.
Let's have this group of spears
Sigmar's heir.
of the pikes take wherever Skarbrand's going towards.
Ready for war. Quick march. Ready to
Go ahead and beat down on this group as fast as you can there. Skarbrand's rushing up. All of our crossbows target Skarbrand.
We're ready. Sigmar, guide us.
Archers, you guys target the bloodletters.
Bring it down.
Then you guys rush in.
Empire. Prepare
Fight as hard as you can, lads. Our knights are getting torn apart by the hounds there.
formation. March. Go.
They are on the back foot, but that does not mean that we have won by any means.
Soldiers.
Pull away from Skarbrand, get in some extra ward save, and then flee.
To battle.
Quickly, dude, before you get chopped in half.
Spearman. At once.
Okay, we're just stand there and get killed. That works too. He does get to flee.
Missiles ready. The Helden Hammer. For the Emperor.
Focus up, focus up.
Moving now.
Those bloodletters move too fast for their own good there. Our lord is not coming back. We have a lot of missiles focusing down on Skarbrand at the moment.
For the Emperor. Shout.
You guys are going to have to actually switch targets, though, because otherwise you will get torn apart pretty quickly.
Missiles will fly. Fly Ulrich's
And we're very glad that Skarbrand didn't take part in that last battle there. Pull the White Wolves away. We really need them to stay alive. Pretty badly.
Crossbows ready, General. By Sigmar's
Come on. Our front line is completely disintegrated.
Engineers. Taking position. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, he kicked the Lord out of existence.
Moving now. Ready. Take
Come on, White Wolves, keep running.
for Helden Hammer.
We can scare off these Marauders of Khorne here.
The
Should be able to turn and deal with Skarbrand.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Stand and fight for a moment.
Loaded, sir. Prepare for combat.
Those pistols firing. Looks like the knights charged in and immediately turned and ran. Which, fair enough.
Spot us the target. Very well. Flames ready. Our weapons.
Bloodletters are no joke. Let them charge in, just gonna get them off their feet, then pull away. Not want to stay in combat for long at all.
Take it.
The White Wolves are thinking about fleeing. Do not do so.
Militia. Crossbowmen.
We lose you guys, we lose the battle.
Taking position. Taking aim.
Come on, keep running.
Preserve us. Sigmar calls. Formation. March.
Yeah, our lines buckling.
Awaiting orders. To battle. Crossbows.
Skarbrand is quite the battle. Quite the combatant. It's not over. You guys make sure you're getting shots in where you can. Because they are withdrawing now, but they'll get their leadership back, so we'll have a chance to kind of keep fighting till pretty much the bitter end. And we can fill Skarbrand full of arrows here, so...
Free company.
Come on, free company, pull away. Ah, they're breaking. Oh no, the white flag goes up across the board, does it?
Yes, General.
At least bring down Skarbrand before you guys flee. Almost. One more volley. Alright, now run.
Ulrich's wrath. Yes.
Run, 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 run.
No lingering. Taking position.
Boy, our first humbling battle here.
Formation march.
Good news is Skarbrand is disintegrating. He should leave fully.
Crossbowmen.
Make sure we get a couple extra shots on him so he does turn and leave.
Lingering.
Why run directly at those marauders? It seems like a bad call. Seems like a very bad call. Put you in skirmish mode so I don't have to worry about them so much.
Take aim! Take aim!
Try to get some shots where you can. Skarbrand is disintegrating. If we win this one, it'll be at an extreme cost. Hey, there he goes. With the loss of Skarbrand, the rest of the army is no more, but man, was that costly. Hopefully our Lord manages to survive there. I don't know. We'll have to see. He got absolutely destroyed in a fight with Skarbrand. Alright, well, we'll try to chase down as many of these fleeing Cornape dogs as we can, and I almost said we'll catch you back to the campaign map. I'm used to recording, not streaming. We'll get back to it. Gotta hunt these guys down. Woof. Rough battle there. Nah, see, I don't want to be in this map anymore. Thank you.
For the Emperor!
That went extremely poorly. I agree. Not because of our army any more than my own orders given there. We got out of it with less casualties. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Only a few left. You guys should be able to run them down nicely. And now we need to retreat as fast as we can back into the safety of the walls of Gimri. Well, over half the army does remain, so hopefully Balthazar gets to survive. Looks like he has a sliver of health. He fled just in time. Glad to have my humbling battle sooner rather than later. Alright, poorly or not, we did manage to secure the win, and most of the actual his marauders managed to escape. Unfortunate. We will go ahead and pardon them as well. That way we can pull back and do some more replenishing and recruiting.
Protector.
But he can make it back to Kimry in March stance, which we definitely need to. He has the smallest 69 health.
The Emperor.
Nice.
Praise be to
I am so surprised he survived.
True servant of
Alright, let's quickly grab him in some extra soldiers then. I think Sigmar's sons will do nicely. We'll combine these two groups of... No, I don't really want to combine those two groups of spearmen. Let's grab the extra Sigmar sons for the front line. Another light college acolyte. And a messenger. Awesome. Alright, Volkmar, time for revenge.
Sigmar, grant me strength.
You gain skills in between turns, huh? We can have the holy degrees for you as well. He has an additional point into the holy decrees. Time of war, extra recruitment cost reduction, charge bonus, and lord recruitment capacity, or local recruitment capacity for the local province. Time of war is probably a good call. Although 15% extra ward save while fighting against Warriors of Chaos is incredible. Okay, well let's first grab the Heretic Hunter here, so we can increase our recruit rank for Warrior Priest by an additional 5. That is his own local province, which is what I just noticed. We'll actually go off. We'll hold off on that one. What says you, chat? We go for something else in his yellow line here, grabbing the Tools of Absolution for a bit more armor piercing for the whole damage, or the whole army there, or extra speed. I think these are the two I'm going to be deciding between: the Tools of Absolution or our War Eternal. Extra speed or more armor piercing damage. Hey, Bethany. Oh, come on in. Indeed, SFO does make fight. I just caught back up. SFO does make fighting Skarbrand quite a bit more scary. I think we'll go for the Tools of Absolution for a bit more armor piercing. We can grab the War Eternal afterwards.
I see Sigma.
All right, Karen, prepare thyself. Go ahead and kick you into the atmosphere. Looks like they have quite a complete garrison, though. For once, Khorne's garrisons are not nearly as weak and rolloverable here in SFO. We do have to deal with the dual axe infantrymen of Khorne there, and then we have to have a whole host of Chaos Warriors. Auto resolve and kill pretty much our entire army. That's not going to be an easy fight by any means there. Let me see what we're looking at. Going to be a settlement battle. All right, our first proper settlement battle against Khorne. Taking them apart one bit at a time. Ah, you're right. So now that we've said it, now that I'm looking at what you said, yeah, the armor piercing isn't going to work all that great against Skarbrand's forces, but speed would be a little bit better. We'll go for that one here in a second. You're at work. No, I'm glad you're able to swing by for a bit there on your break. I bet everyone hanging on out. Having a good time here, even if we're getting pants kicked off of us by Khorne. Such is the way. Okay. So now we need to get to breaking this garrison. Trying to figure out the best course of attack here. Wouldn't be a bad idea to kind of march up this front. Had to kind of send the cavalry around around the side. They have a lot of units that are going to be very hard to actually get through the armor of because of those Khorne warriors. The Bloodlighters don't have a lot of armor, but the Khorne warriors do. Luckily, we do have some armor piercing on our missile strength now, so actually I'm more keen on having this armor piercing than before. I think what we'll do is have the Free Company push up this smaller quadrant here. Those pistols will be pretty deadly in close combat. We can kind of keep pushing them in and out of the battle there. Sterling's Revenge taking the position on the other side here with swordsmen. I kind of like to bring the halberdiers up with the Free Company. Pikes with the swords. We'll actually have the handguns leading the charge since they don't have any missiles themselves, aside from the towers. May have you guys kind of moving up this side instead. Souls in behind. Handguns ready to go. Sterling's Revenge got to be taking a kind of a corner position there. Crossbows and then archers over on the other end. We will have to keep an eye out for the summons of Khorne as well. Bloodletters popping in on our back line is always a dangerous time. The other warrior priest can roll with Free Company militia while Sigma or Volkmar leads the charge. Looks good to me. Couple more missile guys here. I want Sterling's Revenge with the Free Company. The cavalry together. You with the regular missile troops. And then all of our heroes. Yeah, they had a ton of Chaos Warriors. If it was mostly Bloodletters, the speed would have been absolutely better because we could actually outpace them. But this should work out pretty well for breaking their armor. Got a tower up front here. We should move up and start blasting away. Can we shoot it with the pistols? Thought we could. It says no, but I think we can. No, they absolutely can't. It's getting torn apart by this cannon tower here. Okay. Lovely to see. They get a lot of extra build points there. They have, what, 3 cannon towers? Okay. Interesting. You charge on through. Definitely need to capture this point as fast as we can then. Free Company move up. You guys as well. Halberdiers kind of move on around this side flank here. Our handguns push their way forward. That's not good at all. We'll have you go ahead and attack this barrier here. archers move up. Volkmar move up to start attacking in on the barricade as well, or maybe we just kind of hang out. Go up and around. Oh, the damage from those cannon towers. They actually came out of the settlement to fight us. I am not used to that at all. All right, they get the explosion. This is going very poorly. First proper siege battle in SFO in a while, though, so I won't pretend that this was going to go beautifully. Get out of your friendly fire territory there. Knights, come on in and crush this group. Our handguns are getting run down by the Furies there. Let's pull ahead and pull them back. Around. You guys need to pull back as well. There's no good battle targets here for these guys. We need to get in now. The amount of explosions we are experiencing here is too much, so push you guys through. Guys out as well. Go ahead and accuse the spawn here.
For the twin-tailed comet.
Get in on these bloodletters. We'll go ahead and pull you back just for a moment. Try and fight the Cornate spawn who's trying to catch them for sure there. It's banishment down as well. Yeah, we got destroyed there on an initial engagement. Push these mortars up. Do what I can to pay attention to it, but the eyesight's a bit weak. I can't lie. Volkmar gets torn to shreds by the individual Chaos Warriors of Corn there. Big oof. I don't know if I can even have you do much damage to anything. The handguns there are pretty much useless at the moment. Our warrior priest having a really hard time against the bloodletters. Push them in behind. Keep you guys retreating back. Get my knights back as well. We are getting destroyed. Yeah, there goes Volkmar. Wow. Yeah, glad to see you, Bethany. Thanks for stopping on by, even though we're getting repelled quite handily here. Our mortars are doing more damage to friendly forces than anything else. You've been picking your targets and blowing up my own units. Yeah, in a straight up fight, we do not beat the Warriors of Corn, so we have learned. You just keep switching their targeting. A bit unfortunately there. You need to pull away from this Warrior of Corn there. He's going to destroy you otherwise. We can keep some of these units alive. I'm going to definitely try to. Maybe one we want to pull away from before continuing and losing all of our lads. Ah, okay. Get you guys up and around and try to go claim one of these other positions in the back line there. You have to go all the way up and around, though. That would be too dangerous. So come on in and lend your pistols to the battle. This is definitely one we're going to most likely lose here. Pull you guys away. Those shots in where you can. This is a loss that does teach us quite a bit, though. At least teach me quite a bit. Firstly, that settlement battles are no joke. They get all of the cannon towers right off the bat. You want away, give you that extra ward save. I'm still going to try to do as much damage as we can before we do retreat, but we will most likely end up being forced to retreat here. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, we just got annihilated by the towers even. It wasn't even mostly the individual foot soldiers. Yeah, this was easily one of the worst battles I've had.
Judgment is coming.
So forward.
To battle.
Not a lot we can do here. We've been bested. Would like to try to kill this lord, just so we don't have to deal with it on the secondary fight here. Charge in, do as much damage as possible. We do still have the guns, but they are going to start tearing them apart with their towers.
For Heldenhammer! In range!
Bring Sterling's Revenge forward. We should be at least beating down on this poor lord here. Let's switch out for those Furies.
At speed! Send us out! Quickly!
Still shows the balance of power being kind of halfway here. Not at all. We are simply here doing damage.
For Sigma! Fire! Spot us the target!
Red Lay, let's pull you on away. There's not much else we can do here. Let's go ahead and get the lads out.
Preserve us! Sterling's Revenge! At speed! Missiles
Just kill those Furies, and then we'll have just a few less units to deal with on the next fight, although we'll have to do a lot of replenishing ourselves, so...
standing by!
Real unfortunate battle. Let's go ahead and get you guys withdraw. Yeah, he was doing a lot better off of his battle cart, but I noticed that he gets blended up really quickly,
By Ulrich's wrath!
and especially in a battle with halberdiers, which would make sense. You need to retreat. Here comes some really hateful boys.
Ready for
I'm gonna try to blow up these Chaos Warriors here.
Ready for war! Go! Take the ground!
Alright, there goes the...
Sigma preservers! Hand gunners! Mortar!
Yep, cannon towers are starting to focus fire on the mortar now. Let's go ahead and drop your mortar equipment and flee on away.
Take position!
Oh, can I not tell you guys to flee? I would like to tell everyone to flee, thank you.
For the twin-tailed
Oh,
comet!
a really bad first battle there. Against, I guess, that proper... What gives it a draw, huh? The only winner here is the Blood God. Well, then they win, don't they? Oof. Well, we vastly outnumbered them, and it did not matter one bit. Okay, so settlement battles are a lot more dangerous than previous. Alright. They call it a draw. Absolutely not. Oh, we did lose the witch. Oh, goodness. Alright, we've been pretty heavily set back here. Lost our Witch Hunter and Volkmar. Volkmar will come back. Our Witch Hunter will not, and he had quite a bit of upgrades to him. Oof. Volkmar is wounded. We can grab... We'll definitely grab an Art Collector to take his place. Burn the Undead. Not super useful. Real calibration for all of our guns. Knight Heritage for less vigor for cavalry, and then the battle banner, dropping enemy leadership.
I serve
Volkmines.
Sigma. Cast
We
evil
are
out.
still actively sieging them out, though. Will we win with a auto resolve? No, we absolutely would not. Give us a close defeat. Yeah, I do think we have to pull away. Let's encircle and see just how much
Heldenhammer!
movement we have left. Otherwise, we'll be hunted down by Kalash here. Only Khorne, indeed. Khorne does
Sigmarite Arch
not play.
Lecter.
By Sigma!
Could grab the Death Jacks just to help out. I'm tempted to. We'll grab the Deathjacks, and then we will retreat. Brindley von Dragon was killed in battle. How
For the Emperor!
utterly sad. Pull on away with Hans then. We retreat.
Sigmarite Archlector.
And we can't get very far, can we?
Honored to serve.
Well,
Moving out.
this army is in for a really bad time. Kalash can catch them, and chances are Karan's going to come on over and hit them as well. That's a lot of Cornate soldiers all at once. They get extra damage when fighting. Being nearly on about getting overextended. Orn has bested us.
How should we proceed?
We gotta get over here and add you into an army. We need you as a hero more than ever. Yeah, no, we definitely I didn't expect to struggle that hard against the garrison. It was mostly the towers, I feel like. Against just warriors, we could have performed pretty well there, but every couple seconds, a pretty huge unit of our group of our units was getting exploded by those towers, so we will have to keep them sorted out in the future here. We'll go ahead and end the turn, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, grab a drink and a smidge of snacks, and I'll be right on back. We will be recording all the way up until 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time here, so I got another about hour and 10 minutes. That's the last time we will be underestimating Khorne's forces. Looks like Kalash has retreated. How much replenishment have they gotten to do?
Only master.
I mean, not that much. That's a nasty garrison. And you do get more garrison depending on the buildings you build as well. So something like a farm will not give you any, and neither will like an iron mine. But having the military garrison buildings
Praise be to Sigmar.
gives you some pistoliers and will upgrade kind of as you go up the stacks there, which would make sense because as you are training those soldiers, obviously some would be around as retainers, be defenders. Let's grab the marble quarry, and then I'm going to take a fast break and be right back in about 5 minutes.
by Sigmar.
You tempt my wrath.
What orders? I go where I'm needed.
Honored to serve. Following Sigmar's path.
I forbid this.
Arch-Lector. What? Get training!
Can y'all hear me now? I just saw the just saw the muted mic. Curse of the mic, it's back. Had a whole conversation there with myself for nothing. All right, well, yeah, no, basically I was saying that, yeah, SFO making the garrison stronger is quite a bit more fun. Adds a bit of a challenge that we'll have to actually keep in mind, because before I'm used to just smashing through everything with pretty little abandon there. The garrison that they have is pretty dangerous. We're going to pull Heinz on down, and we'll have some more guys recruited up with these two. We do have the ability to go get crossbowmen, but if we pull away from Bagar there, we will most likely get attacked by King Neferkare. So we'll want to just kind of wait on that one.
Protector of
Rings of
the
Eternal Life, getting in some better walls would be a good idea. I'm also kind of keen on getting the recruitment building, so we can grab the better soldiers on this side too. Okay, now perfect. Glad to hear. Got to get better at actually keeping an eye on that. I thought I had unmuted the microphone, but I guess I had completely forgotten to. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll save some gold, mostly for soldiers,
true servant
and we
of
will go ahead in the turn. So they are consolidating up there with Skarbrand.
In these dark
Rapance
times,
is getting
men must
destroyed
stand
by the
together.
undead. And she would like military access and she'll pay me. Okay, sounds good. I need to beat Skarbrand fast so I can get over and help you. Multiple armies, but they are kind of retreating and pulling away, which is a bit obnoxious there. We did finish our research on volley fire, and we're going to come on in and... Oh, our technology tree has definitely been changed up quite a bit, hasn't it? We need a cathedral to Sigmar. Plus 20% hit points for all characters faction-wide. We, of course, are only going to go for a Sigmar for our deity, of course. Wrath of Heldenhammer. Large explosion effect. These are pretty awesome. The Doom of Nagash. Dropping down a Banish. Safeguard of the Black Gate. So, do we grab these when we... You just have to devote to Sigmar and you can just buy them for cash. Still pretty cool. The Empire's got quite a few excellent new additions to their armies. Imperial Tactics would give us more armor-piercing damage, charge bonus, reload skill, Accuracy and leadership for just one unit, huh? Do you get to use this on repeat, or is it just the one time? Okay, so every 90 seconds you get to add some Imperial tactics down. Probably a good idea to grab that now, then. Extra capacity for all of our heroes. Yeah, no, I think we want to go for the respected elector count, giving us some army abilities there. We need ourselves a Grand Cathedral very soon. Protector of the Weak, I'd love to come on up.
Thorn is my only master.
These guys are absolutely no joke.
Arch-Lector!
Try to get on a ambush in friendly territory here. Try to catch them off guard.
I will do anything.
Looks like King Neferkare is gonna kind of run around like a chicken.
Your king.
Yeah, that army ability would have helped quite a bit with Skarbrand. Of course, I would have helped out a bit if I had gone about the battle a little bit more tactically as well.
Ready to serve.
All right, Balthazar, we'll just keep
My
ping-ponging back and forth here. Then for Albrecht, we'll come on back over into Sudenburg and perhaps grab some actual proper units, since this has our actual military building in it. We'll upgrade the Imperial Harbor, the Tannery, and then possibly even another growth building as well. Try to counteract the nonsense we have. Why are you doing that? Don't trespass. That's gonna make us enemies. I don't have the gold to give you an access, but why wouldn't you want to just go ahead and ask me for a military access? They don't see us as a threat. Oh yeah, I can absolutely look at all the units for just yes. Yep. I sure can. So our new units are going to be coming in. I don't think there's many in the actual infantry buildings. Just your typical guys here. We've got the cavalry building. We're giving you our new Knights Panther there, which will have the Panther standard, which is going to view them with Banish. The Karlberg Chapter House. They've all got the Imperial Allegiance and Vigorous. A nice bonus versus large cavalry there. Hippogriff Knights are being what they are still. Got the handguns, we've got the great cannons. Kind of some typical stuff there on the artillery buildings, and then we will have the Sigmarite Disciples there for some of our more unique units on the Sigmarite building. These guys are pretty awesome. They're a shielded hammer unit. See them, please? There we go. They've got Disciplined. They've got the Shield of Sigmar, giving everyone around them a little bit more physical resistance. And then our unique unit is these extra flagellants that are called the Army of Sigmar. They've got 240 units in them. And they've got a lot of attack, obviously almost no defense. They're just for throwing themselves into battle as a glass cannon meat blender. I think there's other armies of knights, or there's other orders of knights that we just don't have access to right now. Or maybe it's because of the certain religion we're dedicated to. We only get access to the Knights Panther and the Blazing Sun. But I do believe there's other units as well that we do not quite have access to. There's a whole suite of ROR units as well. So we'll have some extra... I'm trying to figure out where the ones that are actually from SFO only. I think it's the Hochland Long Rifles come from SFO only. The Stubborn Bulls, the Empire Knights with Great Swords. The Knights of Moor as well are pretty awesome. And then we've got the Imperial Foot Reichsguard, which I think are also definitely a SFO added unit. And the Nuln Ironsides, which count as a very, very heavily armored handgunner. But yeah, those are the new units for the Empire. Not all that many. Radius is more the overhaul mod that actually adds a bunch of extra units in. That's more what they specialize in, but the ones that are added in are pretty strong. Got like no gold now for any of the upgrades I wanted to the army. We'll probably have to pass on something else then. Get these farm fields out and we'll just grab nothing because we don't have the gold. In that case, we wait. I'm going to prioritize the buildings. We don't have any mages right now, so no use for the channeling.
Ready.
Okay. That's what we're going to do. Fair enough. As soon as this next turn's over, I can do that then. Happy to. Alright, his ambush was foiled. Fair enough, we're not the sneakiest, but they have come on in to besiege the city of Kimry, and I think we could probably bring that group down with an auto-resolve. Let's quickly come on in to check out the
Your
full
word is
army,
my
though.
command.
There we go. Yeah, I've not gotten a good deal of time with the Empire on any course here, so our Sigmarite Disciples, what are the special unit and costs 1 point for a core unit? Wolfkin being... Okay, so we'll just kind of go through here. So we've got the typical heroes, or the lords and heroes. No new heroes and just a single new lord. We'll have Ulrika later on. We've got the Wolfkin, which have bleed. They know where to cut to cause bleeding. Wolfkin sound great. Unarmored, kind of like the Flagellants, just there to throw down. Our Sigmarite Disciples, which we already did take a look at. We do know about the Karelberg great swords there, but we have the Altdorf Company of Honor. We got that Cavalry Bane. They're leaders and they have courage. Both very good skills. 50 meters of buff is awesome. As for our Archer Corps, it doesn't look like there's anything actually new here with you guys. Cavalry going to be the Knights Panther, which we did take a look at already, and then the Knights of the White Wolf, which are Juggernauts. Armor piercing. They look like absolute units. Of course, the Reichsguard. All of our artillery is the exact same there, and then for the extended roster, though, we have Eldred's Guard, which we do know about. It's one of the Electric Count units. Swords of Ulrich have some beards. The Imperial Foot Reichsguard, a very heavily armored foot soldier there, which does have the Imperial Vigilance, so more mass and leadership for everyone around them. Pretty solid for helping them absorb a charge there. We've got the Tüdingen Guard, which are a two-handed hammer infantry. And they will be for Ulrich. They've got the Wolf's Howl, extra mass charge resistance, and some damage. The Officer Squad, huh? Shield Breakers, Armor Piercing, Anti-Large, Melee Experts. There are 12 of them. So like a aspiring champion missile infantry. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, they've got some awesome heavy cavalry. The Knights of the White Wolf, unfortunately, not being one that I don't think we have access to these guys. The Northern Mariners are already in the game. The Witch Hunter retinue, I believe, also was already in the game, but maybe they weren't. Here's the Hawkland Long Rifles, which have the Stagger Shot, which will slow guys down and drop their melee attack or melee defense and missile resistance there. They've got Steady Aim. Long Rifles will become the bane of enemy generals and unit commanders. Shooting the generals. Yeah, the Nuln Ironsides have really heavy armor, some resistance, and they are a hybrid. They've got not bad weapon strength there. Got the Bordermen, which are the Grenadiers that are on the ground there. Good against structures. They've got a 3-meter explosive radius. Pretty nasty unit. Knights of Everlasting Light. I don't believe they were in game from base, but the White Wolf we would also gain one of them if we were over with the Ulrichians. Got the Stubborn Bulls from Ostland there. Noble Sons Abroad, which also have that stagger shot ability. They're rolling with the Hawkland long rifles on horseback. Ourselves a gyrocopter, and then the Eastwoodson's guns. So yeah, fair few units added. Alright, so Kalash decides to come on after us.
I only obey bloodfather.
Well, I'd like to turn and fight this army here.
Champion of the faith.
We've seen how that goes. These Khornate armies are absolutely nasty. Let's take a look at this battle here, where we give us a valiant defeat, even so. Looks like the forces of evil have started to overwhelm us. We'll grab the Perfect Vigor then and give it to our knights. Take a look at what they are fielding. This would be inside the... Oh, it wouldn't. Why don't we get walls at Kimry? Oh, because we're sallying out, duh. This secondary army here is way more dangerous. There's a lot of Sepulchral Stalkers. Armor piercing damage all across the board there. Not going to be an easy fight by any means. I think we do want to sally out, though, and do as much damage as we can. They do have to use Shabti Summon. And then we'll fall back inside the walls once we can. I'm not sure if we want to stick in and fight the Sepulchral Stalkers. They're going to definitely kind of pull back to a wall or a hill and corner up. Sallying out would be pretty bad. You're not wrong. Yeah, I think we stick in. You're not wrong. I think we do need to stick in and try to wait for Heinz to come on over. We may have to sacrifice Numas. Wow, they have a third army. How do you already have 3 dynasties finished? That's incredible. I'm incredibly impressed. Then we definitely need to bring you over to reinforce. Wars on all fronts at the moment.
I serve Sigmar. Praise be to
We have what we
Sigmar.
need to break this force. It'll allow us to retreat a little bit more safely. These guys are going to start recruiting. Doesn't look like they are right now.
Awaiting orders.
Big ol' oof.
I will do anything for Sigmar.
Yeah, we need to break this force so we can actually reinforce a bit safer. I think they will attack us next turn regardless here. We'll take a good bit, like a lot of damage from attrition, more than I really want to.
Ready to serve.
I don't really want to leave Numas as a shield, though,
I only obey bloodfather.
for the defenses. Actually, they're not bad.
Ever vigilant.
Again, the issue, though, is if we come on over in March stance, we actually don't make it in time.
I serve the Heldenhammer. Sigmar lightens
So we'll
my
go in an
steps.
ambush, stick next to Numas. Losing Kimry is not the biggest blow in the world, but this is our second largest army here, and losing them would be really unfortunate. Kronk, go ahead and join up with Albrecht here. And then I think we need to recruit forces just in case we are beaten over here at Kimry. So let's grab... Great swords will take 2 turns. They'll be incredibly expensive. Huntsman for bringing down the large units. I think we go for halberdiers. They've got lots of missile troops, though. Grab a staunch line of swordsmen for as cheap as we can there. And, yep, things are looking a little bit rough. Probably should have made deals with the Rakov dynasty just so they stayed off our backs. That's fine.
Yes.
We will recover.
Ready!
No kind of deals to be made besides. Alright then. Let's see how things play out. Alright, Common Sense boys. Glad you came on by. We will give this one to the auto-resolve, though. Because, yes, we will. We lose a lot of forces, and we'll grab the pardon. Hopefully the Rakov is not quite as brave. are quite as brave. They charge on in. Hopefully, this is their doom. They have the third army now here as well. Alright, well, things are about to be a tidal wave of death. We are besieged on all sides. Forces of man. Lock shields embrace. Trying to figure out the how we solve the puzzle of surviving this battle here. Probably just hold back at the main point and let them all funnel on over. They're just going to spread out and capture the points because that's what the AI likes to do. And so they will win over time just because they have this one claimed. This is going to be a tough one. Yeah, they don't have catapults, but they do have their ballistae, basically. Use Shabti great bows. Okay, so the main point here has these 3 choke points. We can stop guys here and fire over the top of the crossbows. This is definitely the best place to hold up. Make sure we know exactly what we're rolling with. We've got all of our swordsmen. Halberdiers. All of our crossbows. We've got a lot of crossbows. Can't pull them even further back. That's a little unfortunate.
Swordsman!
Or our swordsmen are.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Halberdiers. Spearmen with them. Just get our army organized.
Halberdiers!
We've got plenty of troops. They also have plenty of troops. Archers with crossbows.
Armed and ready!
And the white wolves as well. Pull the archers back. Just getting the army organized. Captains. Pistoliers, which I think we want to try to get out beyond the walls. And just have them be a nuisance. So they can kind of charge around and harass the individual infantry teams. I see a couple units of horse archers for them. We could try to basically out-skirmisher them. But I think we're kind of going to use them to kind of stay outside the walls and to just kind of recapture points and be a very annoying, obnoxious group. Our 2 units of free company. Where do you guys sit? Perhaps they are the gun front line. Yeah, no, the AI they will most likely act very differently, but they still do like to capture the points. So they may have it coded that they're not keyed on attacking the points. They're only here to crush me, but either way, holding up in one spot in the back here is gonna be, I think, it's gonna be the call. 1,000 supplies to be rolling with. Towers up front here. Explosive tower does sound quite great. Grab one of them. Locker platform or a barricade. Extra range for everyone in 40 meters does sound quite good. Let's go for the barricade platform. Yep. Guys set up, so we'll want to have the spearmen with shields.
We are ready!
Basically leading the charge there. We'll have them out beyond the walls. I'm going to try not to retreat them, but either way, we can kind of phase through. I think we can phase through. We can in the original, at least. These crossbows. Have the archers up front here, since they do take up. They don't have quite as long of a range.
Ready!
We'll back these guys up with crossbows. Hack these guys up with crossbows. Just an absolute blanket of fire is what we're looking for.
Reynolds A! We're ready!
These spearmen are obviously weakened, so we'll kind of make sure we've got pikemen right with them. Spearmen push up, pikemen can kind of hang out behind. And that'll work for now.
That's Empire Steel!
Okay. Cannons in the very back here.
Conditions acceptable!
White wolves in the center as well. We'll definitely want to make sure we've got plenty of staunch front line in the center here. This will be where our swordsmen are. They are attacking from only two sides for the moment, but the amount of trust I have in that is almost zero. You up front will want to definitely keep an eye on the amount of health you have. Our captain off on the side here with these guys. Maybe even holding in with the other side. Let's get all the units we already have deployed in infantry stature in a group so I know who's already deployed. Okay, then we can just kind of have the backups. Halberdiers in.
Ready for war!
Two on that side, one over here. The extra pikemen in the center there. Now we'll add these lads to the grouped up ones. Pretty much just missing the swordsmen. Perfect. We'll have them just kind of deployed evenly in the back. Sigmar's sons will fight pretty much to the end. Just missing a spot for these two crossbowmen. We can set them up on the other side of this statue here. As far forward as they'll go. Yeah, that'll work.
Ready for war!
Give you guys a similar stature there, although you don't have to avoid statues as much. Sweet. We are as well deployed as I think we can get. Knights we may leave outside the walls as well. Back here in the back, they wouldn't be all that useful. We'll keep them over here and rush them outside the walls. That way they don't give anyone free access to our walls themselves. We do lose access on our towers to start. Because either way, they're going to deploy. Actually, they're deploying incredibly intelligently to avoid our towers. Love to see it. Well, in that case, we abandoned them completely.
At once!
Bring it. Speed things up. Yeah, you don't gain any supplies once the battle started. Looked like the AI was able to keep building things, so maybe you do as you kill the enemy. Similarly to in the survival battles. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. The hordes of undead approach in a minute 16. I love Cetra's not going to have Kimmery. They would like it quite badly. "12 seconds.
Yes, General!
Alright, reinforcements should be here really soon. We'll keep the knights all outside the walls. And here they come. We could also rush in at any point and get in there. But if we are inside, they will actually send troops around to try to face us. So I want to keep them away if we can help it. Here come the hordes of the undead. His tower is looking a little rough. Filled with holes. Barely standing, although it does look actually Empire related, unlike normal. But they're all wooden. Alright, Tomb Kings, what's your plan? We'll send a few guys forward to try to probe the defenses. So many Tomb Kings. I'm so glad they don't have any mages. Oh, they're coming out of the towers. Interesting. They don't find my units very scary. I don't blame them. Got several cavalry units themselves, so if they want to come on around the outside, I don't mind that. A lot of these guys are drained because they were in march stance, so that'll help us out quite a bit. Our balance of power is not liking how things are going so far. I'm going to take these guys off fire, Will. They will likely kill more of our own soldiers than help. Alright, the ladders are at our walls. See if we can't pull some of these cavalry teams over. You go ahead and walk. Seeing 0 supplies come on in a turn is really sad. We'll bring you up. You might be able to charge in and bother some of these skeleton archers as they come up and over the walls, so we'll see what we can do. So much red, and they have a whole nother army of spearmen and swordsmen ready and waiting in the back. Alright, Pistoliers. Go ahead and come out up and bother these horsemen here. There are a lot of you. Knights, come on up. We can test the old theory and if we get more supplies for damage. Yeah, you want to fight, right? Surely. Get some shots in and retreat on away. Now flee. They should shoot as they run. They should. Let you guys head fire while moving. Letting me down. They may just be too clumped up on one another. And none fell, so we don't get to check on see if we get more supplies. Still 75 left. Alright, yeah, they're not coming on down. Let's get you back in with the group. Protect the boys at all costs. Pistoliers, come on through. Empire Knights, you can come ahead and charge down these Nehekar horsemen. Should be able to win that fight. I'm going to leave you guys into combat, and then these guys can go around. Just got to surround them from there. Battle of the Horsemen. There we go. The Knight's armor is holding in pretty well. The Skeletal Horsemen have almost no armor themselves, so should go pretty well for us. You guys should just go ahead and keep firing. That works for me. Use those pistols. They're nowhere near in range of my bomb towers, so we gotta wait a bit longer there. But we do now know for sure that you do not gain more supplies for killing the enemy. Alright, those guys are gone. Alright, Pistoliers, come on up and around. We got some more reinforcements approaching. It's Nehekar warriors. They're spreading out kind of interestingly. Alright, that group of cavalry is almost gone. We don't even really need them to use those pistols. Just charge into combat and break them as a group. The sheer weight of this charge would be enough. There we go. Finish them off. They dropped all of the siege equipment off on the side there. It's not useful. And that group was easily crushed. Let's move on up. See if we can't do the same thing to these skeletal chariots or these Nehekar warriors behind them. Everyone else just sticking on the walls. They're not brave enough to come face us. We have lost a victory point. How Sad.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, our knights, you come on over and just charge down these Dehekara warriors. We'll send you guys.
At speed! Detachment formations! Form new formation! For the warhammer!
Move on forward. Their archer's going to turn and fire on our horsemen, which is a little bit amusing. They move in very, very slowly.
Sigma! Yes, General! Bring the weapons! Get them! Taking position!
Actually, we'll not waste the pistol bullets on them. Let's go ahead and go after the other unit. You guys can come on through and kind of keep them concerned. Very low armor on the Dehekara warriors. The pistol should do good damage.
We await your orders! Moving now! In the name of the twin-tailed...
I don't even see these chariots coming on over. They're going to get some free damage, but not too much. Chariots do struggle against single entities. They are still very, very slowly moving up through our city. Interesting choice.
Emperor's might! By Galmaraz!
None of these other cavalry are really moving to intercept, so we're doing alright. Our knights are taking some damage, though. Pull the knights through. Leave you guys here to fire on the chariots.
Your command! Yes, General! Pistoliers!
We do need these knights pretty badly here. Enemies' ladders have docked at our walls. They've got a lot of units consolidating on that other side there.
Ready! No lingering! For the Emperor! No lingering! Yes, sir, quickly! We await
Chase them down. These guys are about broken, so actually go ahead and just charge in and melee.
Hard to try! Our orders?
Keep charging these fools down. That group should break. Whole bunch of nonsense moving through here now. Yeah, they're just claiming all of our points before moving forward. SFO is just the upgraded version of the other AI there, so they're quite clever. Alright, nice. You guys go through. So all of our pistoliers here charge into melee on the guys that are already damage binding. You all pull on away. Help out with a sandwich there. I ran them down pretty hard.
Sigma calls!
Through.
Ready for war!
Those guys are getting crushed. Back on the home front. Enemy forces are pushing very slowly through our territories, trying to avoid our fire arcs at all costs. Start blasting away at that group of skeleton warriors. Heck, our warriors are done.
Yes, sir, quickly!
Move on forward to try to eliminate. Well, actually, we can kind of leave these guys here. Let's get inside our walls and go beat down on these archers that are moving in. Operation Slay the Archers is a go.
Prepare for combat!
You as well. You're also part of Operation Slay the Archers. Get on it. Go ahead and activate the extra ward save and charge on in. You guys are in skirmish mode? No, bad.
Take
Stand
position!
firm.
Quickly!
Alright, here come the Sepulchral Stalkers next.
Our weapons are yours!
We definitely need to push the infantry teams into the Sepulchral Stalkers. Otherwise, it's about to be a lot of damage out of nowhere.
Swordsman!
Swordsman, you push up as well. We'll have you two kind of take a centralized position. There are so many enemies coming up.
Yes, sir, quickly!
You guys just need to stay where you're at.
Awaiting orders. Militia! With pleasure.
Swordsmen are doing all right over there in that other battle. It looks like all of our cavalry either have to go in around the side because we lost the control of that position there. That's fine. Bring down these archers.
Crossbowmen! Yes, General!
Blanket them in arrows.
Fly! Militia!
Pull you guys back.
Go!
Forward. Spearmen forward as well.
I do not
Go ahead and charge on in.
for the Empire! Missile!
You're going to have to prove that you don't fear death. Now is the time. Soulfire, where's my two? Trying to pull the free company off to the side, although they can actually get some shots in over the top here. Full R. Lad on a way. You guys forward into these Tomb Guard here. Like, how well are we crushing these poor innocent skeleton archers? Ooh, they went around the outside, huh? Well, that's an unfortunate call for them. Away from these groups here. You guys crush those horsemen, please.
Yes, my lord. Sigma, guide our fire.
We are getting blanketed in arrows by the enemy. Send the halberds up.
Ready for war.
Footmen in the center here.
For Heldenhammer.
Guys moving forward.
Take the ground. Water.
Mortars blast apart these skelly archers. Our lord definitely needs the Grand Shield of Faith as soon as he can.
Pray for glory.
You guys need to move in quickly, crush these archers, get in on behind them. You guys can just rush on away and flee, that'd be great. Extra melee damage to pull away. We got some lag, it's hitting. We got so many units on the field right now.
Missile infantry.
Come on, lads. Who is our tower firing at? Make sure you're exploding different groups of archers, please. So these guys first.
Faith in the comet.
Go ahead and slay this group of archers. The first Tomb King Lord is gone, but he is cursing the line something fierce.
Attack! Quick march!
We're about to take out a secondary Tomb King Lord here.
Moving now!
All of our knights are moving up. Drop down the Grand Soulfire. Our archers on this side are starting to flee.
Serve the Emperor!
Secondary Tomb King Lord is gone.
Company!
Keep an eye on the spawned enemy units there. Let's bring you guys over. Oh, there they are. There's the spawn unit. You guys turn and fight. Can't really do much, though. We kind of have to just let this unit go. We need more halberdiers on the other side. You start blasting away at this group of skeleton warriors. Next group of archers has to go. Archlector, come on back towards the center here because we're going to need your buffs. Help out with this unit here. I think we've got them on the back foot.
We are ready! Weapons out, lads! Time for fighting!
Yeah, if we get good old one at a time Midas, we probably have them. Now those guys are fleeing on away. They provided a pretty nice distraction for but a mere moment. Another one of the curses is going down. That's a lot of free damage for them, of course. Make sure all of our crossbows are focusing on the Ushabti, so let's burn and fire. These guys here can start pushing forward. I'm going to leave the knights in combat, but the pistoliers can pull on away. We are losing the side flank here. Can we grab another... Where's those halberdiers at? They're getting stuck in the center. White Wolves have used all of their ammunition. How good are they in combat? Not great. Don't have a lot of choice, though. Crossbows come on around, and you guys can kind of just try to pull back. Those Ushabti should break soon. I thought I told you guys to charge. Get in there. You help out with Ushabti. Claim back the leadership point here, which will be quite useful and break some of their momentum. Turn you guys around and start firing.
In the Emperor's name! Halberdiers! Take them!
Extra ward save. Let's pull on away.
Free company! Withdraw!
Come on around and give these guys the Grand Hammer.
Missiles at the ready!
Alright, our pistoliers in the center here are starting to get broken. Let's pull them on away. Get out of that main fight if you can.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
You guys just need to stay here.
No lingering.
Wait for this next group to come forward.
Free company.
We're going to lose the key building once more there, but that does kind of even things out, gives us another fighting
Ready to
chance.
serve.
Smash down the Soulfire and pull away.
Comet.
Sigmar commands.
Fight to the bitter end, lads.
Free
Now
company.
these guys are breaking. Come on back, please. No, they're not having it. Not even a little bit.
We obey. Quickly.
Go ahead and retreat once more here. We've got these swordsmen that need to pull up to the front. You guys push back.
To battle.
Empire Knights are back for us as well.
Quick march.
You guys just come on over here and claim this point for me. Cavaliers, come stand here.
Crossbowmen.
Crossbows, come around. You guys look like you're out of ammo. Charge on down.
Mirage. Go.
We've got a couple units of archers left. Alright, Mortar, that's your target then. These skeleton archers.
By
If we can kill this last lord, though, we have them. So let's switch up the targeting.
Formation march.
You guys go ahead and hit this unit here.
Charge.
Grandhammer just ran out.
Immediately.
Free company. Our steeds are restless.
Oh, bad. Pull back.
Taking position.
You guys can get around behind and bring down those archers. That would be just fantastic. Those skeleton archers there need to go.
Moving now.
Stop them in this gully here. You guys come on over and stop the pursuing spearmen.
At speed.
I thought that was our lord getting killed. I was like, well, he got dropped fast.
Sigmar exalted.
No, we know people are going to flee. That's fine.
At speed. Quickly now.
Push the archers up into the halberdiers there, which is a really good idea. There they go. That's the last Tomb King Lord slain. Surely your leadership breaks now that the necromancers are gone.
Formation march. Ready to fire. For Heldenhammer.
Keep firing. It's not over yet.
By Galmaras.
One gigantic wave of state troops.
Pistoliers.
Pistoliers try to ignore those spearmen.
Yes, my lord.
Try to ignore those spearmen.
Archlector.
Don't give them an inch.
And a right proper defense. We did it.
As you say.
More friendly fire dropping on down. We can probably have you guys cease fire. Well, they do still have the Ushabti Great Bow.
Awaiting your command.
Grandhammer a Sigmar to rip through them even faster.
Death to the faithless.
They push everyone up if you can with has missiles.
The Empire
Tear these archers apart first. Really, they have a lot of guys left. Hang on now. We want to stay where we're at, so let's go ahead and halt those orders. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves. We do push in to try to bring down these Ushabti Greatbow, though.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Don't want to be foolish and start losing this battle now out of nowhere.
General.
You guys move up.
Prepare for combat.
Are you going to attack the tower now? It's going to be really noisy on recording. I'd rather you not.
We serve
Listen, Cat.
the
Let me
Empire.
mute real quick. I'll shoot her away.
Yes, sir.
You shall not help the Tomb Kings defeat me this day. Alright.
Battle ready.
Yeah, they're still funneling over one at a time. I'm surprised we don't have army losses with all three of the enemy lords being defeated.
It is an honor. Ready.
Make sure we're not wasting ammo then. Blast apart these skeleton warriors.
Taking aim.
You guys should be able to kill these archers, no problem.
By
Are we still being drained by the enemy curse there?
Preserve us.
It appears we are.
Swordsmen. No lingering.
eager for battle. At once.
We do need to pull everyone back.
No.
Don't push too far forward. We are about out of ammunition on our artillery pieces.
Swordsmen. Take the ground.
Our gigantic blob of swordsmen and footsmen should be pretty alright, though, at this point. Halberdier, the crossbows.
To battle.
Push to a more central position here.
Awaiting orders. Understood. For the Warhammer.
We will take a bit of ground.
Hammer of the Empire.
bring you up to smash in on this clump of skeleton warriors there. There's many of the crossbows that we can salvage. Come on over to shoot at these horse archers. Almost in. We can give her once an extra ward save. We really need it. We're starting to get exhausted. And ward save. And flames from the sky. Really need you to pull out of the fight. Alright, we defeated the archers on the other side here, but here comes some others, so let's rotate over, wait for them to come to us. Nakar horsemen and skeleton spearmen. Their leadership bars are still full, looks like. Yeah, they're only dropped by 25.
Quickly now! Without delay!
Extra melee attack.
By the twin-tailed comet!
Yeah, here comes a lot more soldiers.
Quick march!
No, bad. You guys need to pull back. I'm confused as to why it looks like they're still taking damage, but I'm sure it's something I should know. Pistolier is going to be the front line.
Conditions acceptable.
Same thing with you guys. Push forward, be the kind of front line we need.
Position. Missiles at the ready.
Keep bombing shots over into these spearmen here.
The ground quakes!
Ground quakes.
Serve the Emperor!
Archers up. Still have lots of ammunition. If we can use it to good effect, as long as we're not taking random damage from, not telling me what's causing that. It may just be the wounds effect.
To battle, brothers!
Swordsmen.
Too many of you guys are clumped up. We need to get them moving around. Ooh, a unit of archers. Not good. Do we have anyone that can stop that? Not really.
Taking position. Crossbows ready, General.
Crossbows, that's your new job there. Deal with those archers. You shoot at them. Push these two units forward. We're starting to lose some ground now.
Loaded, sir. Yes, General. Moving now.
Sons of Sigmar!
I'm gonna get you to push
Attack.
through the line.
I do not fear
That Grand
death.
Soul Fire is incredible.
Immediately!
Withdraw.
Blanket them in crossbow bolts.
No lingering.
No lingering. Yeah, I'm hoping we can break them, but
Whippers at the ready.
it's not looking like it.
Pistoliers.
Bring these pistoliers down. You need to charge through and get in on this bit of archers here. Extra ward save. You come on in. I know you're exhausted, but you got to keep fighting.
Spotters the target.
They're never ending.
Elevation.
Awaiting orders!
Oh, another unit of Skelly archers going to slow us down. He's going to get shot at by everyone there.
Missiles at the ready. To us, the foe.
To glory!
Give himself some extra melee attack. We are exploding vast quantities of them, but their leadership is still holding.
Ready for orders! By Galmaras!
We really can't lose our Archlector here.
Sigmar is with me!
The Empire endures.
Come on, I'm starting to see the needle waver.
Sigmar
No, dodge those. Oh, come on now.
at once!
Nonsense.
Our steeds are restless. To battle.
With haste
No, come on.
time!
Dodge a few more arrows there. We gain back the leadership post.
Crossbow.
Fire on those archers there in the back line.
At speed! Heldenhammer!
Get in behind our group if we can. We do have another soul fire.
Now.
Charge it and use it and run before you break.
With speed! At once!
Are they just gone? Switch to the next group. We are starting to lose the back line here. Oh, come on. We have nothing. We've got almost nothing left.
Servers.
Double time! Without delay!
He's got 2 more units of archers moving up, too. That's just,
Missiles will fly.
just the worst.
Spearmen! For the Warhammer!
Alright, that unit group of archers is down.
By Ulrich's
Push up.
wrath, we obey!
Empire Captain needs you to get through the line in on these archers. That's what they're trying to fire on you.
Prepare for combat!
As you say.
Ready for war! Withdraw!
Is there no army losses now for the undead? Seems to be the case. They have lost over 5,000 and they're still fighting very strong.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Soldiers of the Empire!
Alright, switch targets. We need our soldiers to fight for a little bit longer there. Now we're losing our back line now. How unfortunate.
With speed. Double time.
Come over to this group. We'll drop down the ward save there. You guys just come and stand in the way. Keep exploding these units of spearmen where you can.
Spot us the target! Crossbows ready, General! Withdraw!
No, don't withdraw. Keep fighting.
Hammer!
Ward save. Hammer of Sigmar. He slams in. One more Grand Soulfire is pretty much all we're going to get. A pull back. A lot of damage. I'm going to have this unit turn and fire on these guys here.
Quick march!
I'm so surprised we're not getting army losses.
Go, ready for war!
Oh, they're still a bit hit you, huh? Pull forward just a little bit there.
Crossbows ready, General!
Come on, finish off those archers.
Pick them off!
It's not over.
We are Sigmar!
But once we run out of ammunition, it's going to be pretty close to.
Quick march. Servant of Sigmar.
Yeah, we're starting to run out of ammo.
Shoot! We serve the Emperor!
Quickly now. Immediately.
I mean, they're starting to waver as well.
In the
Come
name
on.
of Sigmar.
Death to the enemy!
As you say.
Our halberdiers are starting to break. I think it's time to send the weapons crew down. They have a whole nother unit of spearmen. Come on now. They're unending.
The Empire endures!
At speed.
We've got too long before the next one activates.
Preserve us!
At once.
Yes, my lord!
Come on, keep cutting through them.
Ready for war! Ready for war!
Whole nother unit of spearmen, though, is going to be a problem.
Weapon prime!
That is apparently completely firm on leadership. That is crazy.
Hail Sigmar. Without delay. With
Get on in there.
pleasure. It is an honor. I have my orders. With haste.
I speak, you act! As long as we draw breath!
Keep chopping through them. There are only a few left. The balance of power is starting to rotate back on our side.
Water!
Starting to.
Archlector. At once.
I want to charge him over there to save them, but I really can't, because if he flees, we have no chance.
Sigmar exultant.
Yes, sir! For Heldenhammer!
Faith in the comet.
Alright, let's get your charge bonus on these skeleton warriors here. I'm going to save all of these other buffs as well. Just a single unit of spearmen pretty much is all they have left out of their 5,000 units.
Awaiting orders!
Very brave they are. Oh, they do have army losses finally. Fought to the bitter end.
Sons of Sigmar, attack!
To battle!
Oh, we got him. Makes up for the horrendous loss against Korn earlier. They're gonna run. Don't flee now. After you've caused me all this trouble. Boys are so tired they're barely moving anymore. Get in there, cannon crew. Get you some skulls. You're pretty much all that remains.
Standing by!
Look at them run.
Ulrich's wrath!
crumbling army losses. That's crazy. Army losses only kicked in after almost, well, not even almost, like 98% army losses. That's pretty intense. Blown away as they try to surround. See them off a little bit faster.
Crossbowman! Sigmar calls!
Thank you all. Yep, that was a tough fight. Yeah, all ran out of, every single person ran out of ammunition except for these crossbowmen here, and they are fleeing for the hills.
Swordsman! Stop them!
And there it is. We can probably speed things up now. I was already a long enough battle as is. Thank you, Centurions. Thank you. I'm very surprised we made it through there, especially when I noticed that they were not breaking. I'm glad it worked out. I could have very easily gone the other way. The White Wolves there were putting in some huge amounts of work. I like the fact that I think only these crossbowmen might be fully depleted here. Everyone else, I think, managed to survive, so they'll be able to replenish and get all of the extra experience for that battle. I agree, what a fight. 6,000 undead versus our paltry force. Balthazar the Uber Chad. Yeah, we only ended up losing the unit of crossbowmen there. And everyone else managed to survive. Well done, lads. We gain 10,000 experience from Balthazar. And yeah, we shouldn't be pardoning you, but all we would be doing is pardoning bones, so we'll take the gold. Paratus was killed in battle. Not the battle we just fought. But awesome. Awesome. Let's pass out some skill points now. Have no replenishment skills off the start there, sadly. You get that in the second tier of the blue line. I think we'll go for the red line then. Make sure the lads are quite deadly. Got a bunch of archers here, so we should probably increase our pistol corps. But the Emperor's Finest will make them fight quite a bit longer. You know what, we'll make our front line a bit more staunch there.
Ever vigilant.
Heinz Schneider. You, sir. Probably want to grab our battle prayers. Those things have been helping us out quite a bit in the battles. Making sure we don't get crushed. We definitely want to grab the Shield of Faith. That word save has been instrumental in our victories. Alright. So with the gain gold, and you were absolutely correct there, we did... Where was it at? Never mind, I didn't actually throw in the City Watch for fear of not getting credit for it. I think with their defeat, we probably do want to spend some gold grabbing some great swords. We'll grab 2 of those guys there, and then we'll grab some more crossbows. Crossbows sound good.
Archlector.
We should also probably upgrade the ability to grab some Order Knights, so Knights of the Blazing Sun will keep us way safer in fights with Khorne. And we want walls pretty soon too, but for now, they can hold in and defend. You, Heinz, after we've crushed said dynasty, we'll come on up to a ambush stance in these little copse of trees here.
My journey begins.
See if we can't chase off any kind of coordinate nonsense. They will build up an army pretty quickly, though, so we may want to push on over and try to sack the Black Tower of Arkan. Or at least just keep Aldrich here as he's a defensive force. Rings of Eternal Life, do we be aggressive and go for the extra growth? I think we go actually for some income with the Weaving House.
Sigmarite Archlector.
You need to hang out here. We may want to recruit up some more spearmen and such, so we'll do some merging. just so we're back in the fight a little faster. So merge these guys, grab some more spearmen, merge the swords together. Swordsmen are a bit more expensive than I expected, so we'll pay the price for that one. We get anything nice for our wind? Anyone want to make any lovely deals with
Can
us?
I assist?
Oh, hello there. Well, you're getting bodied, but if you can actually gain in
I
some
have
extra
time,
powerful
but I
Empire
ask that
troops,
you be swift in your intent.
let's not take any of your money. We'll just add a defensive alliance with
Bretonnia commands
Jean of
me.
Arc.
Yes?
The Grandmaster is a master of the Blazing Sun, says all of the knighthoods for the Grandmaster makes them look different. Oh, cool. We don't praise Ulrich. Listen, they did a very good job helping out keeping Sigmar's sons alive, so while normally we wouldn't praise the soldiers of Ulrich,
I live to serve the
they did a very good job there. And as Volkmar said, after we beat them in that last battle, if Sigmar wishes, they could be our buddies. These guys have been penitent. The Batanian battle pilgrims. While we're at it, we'll grab some clone troopers of the Republic Army, too. Especially the ones with the miniguns. That'll help out. I know you meant Bretonnia, but I saw Batania. Batania is one of the kingdoms in Mountain Blade. I believe. They say you revel in victory. They say you spend more time erecting monuments to battles past than managing the realm. Oh, they'd be right. War fervor, we'll see who's the fool, or perhaps a more humble approach. We'll take the recruitment cost reduction there. Be a bit more humble.
True servant of Sigmar.
Skarbrand has become a bit dormant, which is not too lull. It's probably going to lull us into a false sense of security, to be perfectly honest. Let's grab another group of knights here in Balthazar's army. And then we can also grab perhaps some flagellants for this force here. We can only afford the one unit of flagellants. We just need the military as potent as possible. We have too many enemies nearby.
Servant of the faith.
Mines, we definitely need to recruit you some more dudes, but for now we'll keep you as kind of an ambusher. See what's going on up north with Skarbrand here.
Moving off.
Where'd they go?
For Sigmar.
Wait, for real though, where'd they go?
My faith burns bright.
Well, we may be able to finish this mission of doing some raiding in Skarbrand's lands. Let's come on forward, still in ambush.
Going forth.
There is power within.
Keep scouting around. They looks like they retreated all the way up to Death Gorge. Who are you fighting with right now? On the top knots. And the Bloody Hands. Oh, he's fighting against Wurzag. That's what's keeping his attention. I'm so very glad for that, too. We'll definitely take the opportunity to get the raiding quest done there. Stay in ambush stance so he doesn't know we're here. Could recruit up some more, though. We've. Tough call.
Honored to serve.
I think we'll take the opportunity to grab some more troops. We've got 2 handguns, crossbowmen. We definitely need some more crossbows. The archers just don't cut it against even the Bloodletter's normal physical resistance there. They're just too tough. Roxburgh, are you wasting more time trespassing? Can you go around? That'd be great. Go around. Yeah, just some Republic commandos. Just a few of them. We only need one, to be honest. But we're about to have a rebellion up here in the Barrier Idols. It turns out people don't like living in the Bloody Skull lands. I don't know why.
Warrior of Sigmar. Very
Something
well.
about randomly getting attacked by a marauding group of demons. Messes with the property values.
On march.
Evan, come on in and back join with Hans. How many turns before
Champion of the faith.
the main man's back too? And he is out of commission for a while, isn't he?
To serve.
We need another hero in this army here, so let's go ahead and recruit up another Empire captain. Regal. Gregor the Magnificent.
It will be an honor.
Okay, we need to recruit up a melee cavalry. We're about to get that done.
Your orders?
And we're going a bit longer here. We'll just probably pass out a couple skill points, manage the administration for this turn here, and we'll probably go ahead and end the stream there. But a good time hanging out with y'all. Hope you have enjoyed our little bit of a catastrophic second episode of Volkmar here. Bit of a learning curve. We're figuring it out, though. I think we'll throw in another warrior priest now. Ludwig, welcome.
Yes, son of Sigmar.
We need all the heroes.
What do you require?
All of the extra heroes of Sigmar. So let's go for the safeguard as well, so he's got a bit more armor. Got a smidge left when it comes to gold, so we'll pass out the landed estate here in Bagar. Got farms as far as the eye can see. This one little here. It's ignore the skulls. Those have nothing to do with anything.
True
Extra fertilizer.
of Sigmar.
We're doing the raiding thing. Ulbrich, you come on up. Towards the Black Tower. We've got to know what's going on up here.
My faith in
Yeah, they're going to be back. He's got the Incantation of Geheb going now. He's got the Tomb Swarm active. May not be. No, we'll stay out of channeling stance. We're going to bring the two captains over into his army, or at least the warrior priest here, Ludwig. And then we'll prepare ourselves. We're about to have it in a rebellion over here at Gorgazon. Hopefully the rebelling army kicks up at Death Gorge. We'll take one look at our diplomacy.
The Queen of
We're actually probably going to make deals with Aranessa.
Bretonia is patient when listening and fair in judgment.
Love to hear it.
For the lady!
We're about to be buddy cops to the end here, Rapunzel. Unless you get taken out by Archons sooner.
Who calls?
Right then, lads. Hopefully you had a good time. I am going to go ahead and call it here. But once again, I appreciate you so much for stopping by. This has been a good time. We should be able to strike back against our enemies here in the next time. But we've got a good bit of land under our control. We've stopped Cetra. Skarbrand is probably lurking nearby. But if we can keep him or fight them while they're distracted with the Bloody Hands, we will not only make good relations with the Bloody Hands, but bring down Skarbrand while he's distracted, which is always a plus. Yeah, 3 humbling battles followed by a pretty awesome finale there. Alright then, lads, I will see you all in the next stream.